Ba-ba-da. My favorite part of these playbacks is when there's like awkward dead space when we're waiting to go live.
We could just talk.
About what?
I don't know. I'm looking up lost media.
Do you have beef jerky?
Yeah, dude. I was literally seconds away from saying, "Do you want some?" But you don't.
There used to be Beyond Beef Jerky. Are we live?
Is there?
We are live.
What happened to it?
What's up?
Societally?
What's up? What happened to Beyond Beef Jerky?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Beyond
It seems
Beef
like
Jerky.
an integral part of the vegan culture.
It used to be at Gelson's, and then it stopped being at Gelson's.
Was it good?
It was really good, especially when I was stopping eating meat.
Yeah, I imagine that's like a good transition, like a methadone, a meat method.
It was, Coy.
Methadone.
It was. Hey guys, Greg and Coy back at it
Pa-pa.
for what is sure to be a calm stream. I think we're both going to let out some emotions today. Yeah, I'm feeling emotions. I've been stressed this week. I'm going to let my stress out on everyone.
Starting
Bring
with
someone
the
in here so I can chew them out. I want to yell
For
at
the
someone.
company!
I want to take my anger out on someone in person.
That's why Roxy flew across the country.
That coward. Gosh.
It's like Greg's feeling a little tempestuous. I'm out.
I feel like today it'll be about digital future concerns and platform anxiety. I feel like if we had to summarize both of these main topics today, it would probably be the theme of what we're going to talk about. So there's a lot of like personal crumbling aspects of YouTube that, you know, a couple of years ago, I've done a few videos about when YouTube is going through some shit or they've done something and then I'm bitching about YouTube. And since then, it's been a couple of years. There's been many times, I want to say at least 3 times where I've sat down, I've shot videos, I've like literally recorded, spoke right into the camera, pissed off. And then I went, you know what? I'm not going to post it.
You just had to get it out.
I'm just not going to
You
post
felt
it.
the catharsis without it.
They don't need to know. No one needs to know. It's fine. I'll just talk to one of my YouTube friends. We're good. But then I was like, screw it. Now we're just going to do a live stream. So then there's no going back
Nope,
now.
that's
No going back.
catharsis is in real time. Regrets are later.
No going back. And then, of course, you wanted to talk about, what did you want to talk about last week? And then it even this evolved though.
Yeah,
this is even worse than what it was last week.
It was not yet as bad as people realized last week. I thought it was bad, and then it was
What was
quiet.
the information we had last week? Because now in the past 2 days, it's like everyone is.
I think people just caught on. It's the same data. So the Sony PlayStation Store has had a series of decisions that all feel very short-sighted and profitable for only certain people, which is the way it goes with mega corporations of any kind.
Yeah.
Is people are wondering how there's all these giant profits every year and yet we're struggling more down here. Basically, the store that houses digital movies for them lost its license for tons of movies and big ones like Terminator and stuff, like not indie films, like sizable films. And when that license expired, they were like, well, those movies are gone, even if you bought them.
Even if you paid
I
for
have
them.
for years said buying digitally is renting because they can just go whoop. Unless someone breaks in your home, physical media is yours forever. I don't understand how people aren't seeing this direct line. And this is the most tinfoil hat shit you'll probably hear me today, but we're getting rid of physical media in Best Buys and Targets and all these places. I went to a Target like 3 months ago to look for one battle after another. And the whippersnapper at the register didn't know that they had movies to buy physically. I had to explain, you know how you can buy music on a vinyl? I had to go back to the 70s to explain the 20s. Didn't make it, but he didn't understand the idea of buying a movie. And he was like 17.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of all that. We're getting less control of things, and then you can get rid of it. If people want to complain about like censorship and getting rid of these tangible things, I don't understand how we're not seeing this rapid cascading of less and less control. Like now we literally are talking about getting rid of the disk drive on the PS5's already mostly sold as the Slim without the disk drive. And that was a lot of people's DVD, 4K Blu-ray player. And then if they're getting rid of discs with Grand Theft Auto, there's no way PS6 is even going to have a disk drive. And that's how most people even play disc. Like this is all very systemic in getting rid of the consumer having control. And that's insane to me, how we're just like, oh, guess it is what it is. Enjoy your record profits. You can't even buy a secondhand game digitally. Like if you want to buy Metal Gear Solid on at GameStop for $25 because that's what it should be because it's been out forever. No, go on the store and spend 60 and have them make all the money for never even doing anything again.
Yeah.
It's insane to me. And we're just letting it happen. Like physical media is the only way you own it. Period. Hard stop. It drives me insane.
I agree. I appreciate that quick breakdown.
It was as quick as I could go for 30 years of rage.
Appreciate. Hey, give me a taste of what happened.
That's a little
and just a little. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much. I mean, there's more to break down and more to vent, but that's pretty much it. That was very succinct. Once again, guys, we're live every Friday. Or not every Friday.
Many.
We do a video pretty much every Friday, I would say, and then we've been live 2 weeks in a row. Your support means a lot. If you're able to contribute in the super chats and Streamlabs, we don't end a stream without going through every single one of them. So thank you guys for your support, especially this week, especially the past couple of weeks. It means a lot. If you can't, don't worry. That's A-okay. You can leave a like. If you're watching on the playback, there should be video chapters if you want to hop around. So since we've already opened up the door here for the PlayStation talk, let's keep talking about it a little bit more. So PlayStation did announce officially that in 2028 of January, they're going to stop with all physical media, like for their games and such. And that you're right, though. There's already like kind of a ripple effect. And I'll be very, very, very honest with you. I didn't really give a shit when it was brought to my attention last week. I haven't really given a shit.
In the show.
Haven't really given a shit for a while.
I said, Greg, I want to talk about one thing. And Greg's like, okay.
Yeah, I said for koi, one of them koi topics. And I am like at the concern level now. I'm not where you're at, but I'm definitely at the concern level because I decided to get educated on it. I don't,
this happens when you learn. Concern often happens with education.
Yeah, I'm not going to like posture.
Why they want to pull it.
That I've immediately like, oh my God, I'm so fucking enraged right away because I love certain physical media. I love like the Mondo art ones. And especially when it comes to like video, for some reason, the video game ones, even though I play way less video games than I watch movies, and I only play like a couple, like I'm playing way more now because of what we're doing for the gaming channel. Owning a game has always felt so different to me than buying digitally. There isn't a sense of, and I understand that like I'm in my mid 30s. There's a lot of people that like gaming tends to a lot of younger people than us, and a lot of people, myself included, a lot of times I will just do the digital version, but I personally prefer to always buy the disc. I love the cover art of it. There's such a nostalgia to me about, like we have a Doctor Who shirt that is inspired by video game covers. And we're doing one for X-Men as well, inspired by video game covers. I used to want to do like a whole series of just different types of like the cartridges. You know, I feel like the artwork from like the Sega Genesis days and stuff was beautiful. The best. The Nintendo days were the best.
I'm rebranding my entire YouTube over time to be 90s style art, and Genesis is like an anchor point.
Yeah.
Like Fleer Ultra cards and Sega Genesis are like the joy of peak culture to me.
Yeah. So on one side, it's like, oh, there's an artistic side that's actually kind of going away. So I guess that's what, like, I didn't know this till today.
It's the micro, dude.
It's the micro. That's the small part. Yeah, because I didn't know this till today about Grand Theft Auto. I didn't understand that you can buy it for $100
and
you can buy
nothing.
Buy a box or something of where it looks like you're buying the game, but it's not. There's nothing in it.
Yeah,
it's just that you're just gonna get a digital. I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
That's bad
insane
enough, right? Like that's a bad thing. But there's also like, if you want to go a little bit crazier, it's the idea of quality. Like so that's I think the smallest. That's novelty. That's the idea of ownership. That's, if you want to go slightly bigger, I think of going to someone's house and I look at their bookshelf and I look at their DVD shelf and I think about, it is a curation of your personality. The first thing I look at in someone's house is their art and their media. So that's a little bit bigger, still not as important. Next step bigger, I would be the quality of the art. I think now we're getting into the important shit. A 4K disc will always 100% look better than even the internet in Oslo, Norway, like, or whatever the fastest internet currently is. There is no reality where streaming something will ever look as good as the artist intended. A 4K is 4,000 lines of resolution and incredible sound all around you, especially if you have a good system at home because you refuse to go to the theater. And that is the only way to actually get the artist's intent. They spent years of their life making this stuff, and then you're just having it on in the background while you're on your phone with commercials on Hulu. It is insane to me how by getting rid of physical media, we're also encouraging the subjugation of art. It's also pushing it down the importance scale. We're already double screening. We're already half doing things. And now you just click it. And I think friction is important. I think we need there to be a tea ceremony of sorts for important things in our lives.
Yeah.
We used to watch movies by physically going to get them, having conversations on the way, going through the aisles of either the purchase or rental store, and it became ceremonial. The Friday night Blockbuster and Hollywood Video experience was like a fabric of culture, and it was part of how we socialized. It was a third space. It was so many things that made it a thing. And then even the act of watching it, if you owned it at home, putting it in, rewinding it, or once we got to DVDs, like having it get up and do a thing. I think there's something about a lack of resistance about everything that makes us lazier. Like the wallification of our culture is tied directly into how we're getting rid of all friction. We don't need to look anything up because people just check AI. We don't need to know anything because we need nothing stored because we just look it up. That's the same with like actual physical media. There should be some act to do something to make it important. That's why I like vinyl. I like the act of plattering and putting the needle on and like making it a moment, because then I'm actually respecting the art that someone like sold their soul to make for me.
Yeah.
And so I think the more we make stuff transitory, the more it is diminished, the more easily we can make it lesser and more passive. And the more we get rid of art, the less we have anything that's culturally important.
Damn.
That's my full fucking crazy.
You know, it's true though. You're so right. Because I'm even looking at my life of how I have just subscribed to this over the past few years. Like it was hitting me only in the past couple of days of, oh, I have just conformed to everything that they're talking about. Because like, yes, this is one of those things where a lot of people might just come in and be like, of course, this is how it's going to go. Everyone does this. What else did you expect?
Efficiency.
And it's not really about that. It's like, I think it's important to talk about what we are losing in this process. I think it is important to acknowledge that, even if this is what was expected to occur, because there has to be some type of preservation. But like, there's been times where 28 Days Later and Punisher, the Thomas Jane version, those are two examples I can think of when we wanted to cover those and we couldn't find them anywhere. They were like, there were nowhere to rent.
Not small movies.
Like, you could only get them. You had to have like a physical copy. You had to get it somewhere. And I remember one of those, I think it was 28 Days Later, we had to like hunt down a DVD or some shit in order to get it. Like, it was a whole process. When there was a time where now it's available like on digital. Sure. But that's kind of my point. And most of the movies that I buy now, by nature of what we do here, I own it on Prime Video.
Right.
Most of them I do not own it in an actual like physical.
So when they decide that license goes away and you don't own it anymore, because you don't own it now.
And I didn't think about that.
You own some ones and zeros.
Yeah, and I never even rewatched those.
So here's $20 to not own it.
But that's a bigger problem too. Is that when you don't have the physical thing to look at, you forget that it exists.
Also, when you half own 1,000 things, you're not going to care about 10 of them.
They just become a part of like your library when you're like scrolling through Prime Video or Netflix. You don't even consider, I have spent $25 to $30 buying this movie.
Also by design.
Yeah.
Like, that's completely intentional. The more easy it is to acquire it, the less it matters, and then the more you do it.
Yeah.
Like, all of this is just making...
totally, a million percent, yeah.
And that's just making some people rich. That's not making the filmmakers richer. That's making the person that owns that platform richer. It's just making the top 1% have more money. Yeah. And this ties, and I mean, this is another video, but this also ties into the ease of social media encouraging fascism. This ties into us being more and more sheepish. This ties into us being more and more accepting of the insanity of the world because everything's so easy. We think this is fine. It's the way things are supposed to go. This all directly correlates into us being just a piece of the puzzle as opposed to our own things.
It is crazy how like the digital world has
made us bitches.
It's taken over everything.
And we don't have shit.
It's scary because it's so easy to just keep going through the norms. And then I bet there's so many people like me this week who never really considered all these things. It was just going through the flow. And then when you take the time to really slow down, you're like, oh man, this is kind of mind blowing.
You talk all the time, and it's always impressive to me about slowing down. And like, you take a beat before videos. If you're frustrated, like, you take a moment, and like sometimes you'll get like a bad text or a call or something that like is about work, but you know it'll throw off the work, right? So you insert breaks, and that's impressive to me as someone that like, we do so much, and both of our schedules are so crazy to be like, this 5 minutes will make the next 2 hours better. Those 5 minutes that you take is the equivalent to me of doing anything with physical media to make the art actually matter. If I'm going to watch a movie and I go into my studio and I grab it after looking and I pull it out and I open the case and I appreciate it for 7 seconds and I put it in a player, I am way more likely to actually watch that movie than I am to take out my phone within 5 minutes. Yeah. Inevitably, I'll take out my phone at some point because I'm addicted and screens have ruined my life. But until then, I at least am the presence of mind. So I think the same presence you get from taking a beat before work is what I'm describing with any of this.
Yeah.
And that's gone if we keep accepting the fact that we're just a Rolodex of stupidity.
Yeah.
Like we're just scrolling through our lives.
That's so true, man.
Like if we think TikTok's bad, how is TikTok any different than scrolling through Netflix and then pressing play and then letting it autoplay before the credits even play? Like we've done this at scale for the last 10 years and it's accelerating. Like it's not gonna slow down ever, but if there aren't people having conversations, we won't even notice that we're fucked. At least acknowledge we're fucked.
It's so like PlayStation. What PlayStation did announcing in 2028, because that's a year and a half from now.
Mm-hmm. They made it seem like the future.
But that's smart. It's such smart business on their end because we're all gonna bitch now. We might bitch our way to there.
Oh, dude,
but
it's not gonna.
But it's not gonna change. It's,
no.
it's like it's just giving all of us time to acclimate.
I don't think I can do anything about this, but I want to be one of the people at least like raising awareness. I want to be a canary. Like, let me be this coal mine. The coal mine's fucking cooked.
But it'll make everything so much more valuable too when we are able to like hold on to those.
I buy steelbooks, man, because I know it's a little bit more expensive now, but like I know that case is going to be worth more later. Like a regular 4K is like $20-25. A steel K is like 40, but that 15 difference might be 150 in 20 years.
I just hate the fact knowing that like, oh, if I don't have good internet connection, I can't watch this. Because like digital, yes, it's convenient, but it's convenient until like the company itself changes the whole deal on you, you know? And like I'm clearly not an anti-digital person. I'm not. I just don't. I don't like the idea of it being the only option.
I'm a high fidelity person, and that I'm sorry, it's just not going to stream as well as it being stored physically with you. Like you have access to the data itself versus it coming to you.
Yeah.
And the difference between 4K and Blu-ray is already staggering. I don't understand how people look at a stream that occasionally fragments or has commercials in it and goes like, that's the experience I wanted.
I've heard of this. Is there something I heard someone talking about how because of this digital media trend, that will also mean less stuff will go on sale.
Well, yeah, because why would it? Because they own it.
Yeah, like because there's another aspect to like physical media where you have stuff like you have used games or used DVDs or something where you can get like a good sale. There's no like lending of games either. There's no borrowings, no trade-ins. There's a lot of things.
It's getting rid of all community, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's getting rid of stores.
There's all these aspects that you have no bargain bin.
Yeah.
Like none of these things we didn't think about.
And what's Best Buy now? Like I went into Best Buy to look for one battle after another became a really interesting like tipping point for me. So we didn't have it at Target, so I was like, I'm gonna go to Best Buy. Best Buy doesn't have physical media anymore, and it was just appliances, dude. I walked through what was like the corner of a Sears, and it's all spread out because they don't need all that space because they got rid of half their shit. If those stores, they're obviously the next to fall. Malls are already fading, and all these third spaces are going. Like, what do people think they're going to do for jobs? Like, what do people think a high school kid's going to do? People are complaining that people aren't moving out of their houses. Gen Alpha's not working. Gen Z. Where are they going to fucking work if they get rid of stores that sell stuff that you can learn how to do retail at?
What about... I didn't even think about this till now. Most of the books I read, including comics, Coy, are all digital. I don't read physical.
That's why I got
anymore.
every gift I get you.
Yeah, you do. I'm like, fuck, Coy, where am I going to put this?
I get Greg as many gifts of physical media as I can.
Won't go on my iPad.
I got him a giant art book as a thank you for being a groomsman, and I can see being like, this is beautiful. Where does it go?
Where does it go? When will I look at this properly? Because I'm also now trained. I have it's fucking weird. I bought Frankenstein when I wanted to read Frankenstein before the movie.
Which is great for him.
Overrated book. I read the whole fucking thing. So, Frankenstein, I went to Barnes & Noble. I bought a beautiful cover one. It was beautiful. And I just could not make my way through it. But for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it must be some psychological mental thing. Or is there some programming I'm unaware of? But when I downloaded it to my Kindle, I was able to read it.
Dude, this is
I
obvious.
don't know why. And it's the same with comics, though. It's the same with comics.
Think about your actions every day.
Yeah.
What's easier for you as a person right now in your place of physical fitness? Is it running 3 to 4 miles or monkey bars?
Running.
So what are you doing more times a month?
Running.
So why would picking up a book be hard? Because you're not doing it.
I have to go do it.
Because it's an action that you're not doing. What are you doing? Fucking looking at screens all the time. Of course it's easier to do the thing you're doing every minute.
I convinced myself that like if I'm holding, let's say my computer's a book. If I'm holding this like book, I'm aware of everything else around me too much.
Your brain is not used to that action
I'm
anymore.
processing too much. I'm not really focusing on the text.
This action is what we do most of our lives. So this is so easy to ignore even more space around it and ignore like
wait is because Olivia, my wife, she has her own book channel, so she buys so many of the same fucking book. It drives me nuts because she gets all different
that's
editions.
her running.
That's her running. She loves it. It's her thing. I support it. There's so many of the same book. It's just crazy. So it's kind of cute, actually. I love that about her. I wouldn't want to change. Anyway, it's a whole other subject. The whole thing with the book is Kindle the thing that's a threat to books?
What is gonna be more stimuli for your eyes? An all-color 4K screen that gives you all the stimuli you'd ever want? Why is that more distracting than a piece of paper with ink on it, Greg? They're engineered to steal our fucking souls, bro. Like it's all of our attention is put on this fucking thing made to take us away.
Matrix e-readers.
Thank you.
They do make them in documents.
Yes, you can.
Like paper.
John is pointing out a really good middle ground. If you want something that is a book but also a screen, they literally make readers that feel like paper and look like the screen, and that can be
cool.
That's your fucking meat jerky.
How do I
Your
buy
Beyond
that?
Jerky is that shit.
Send me a link.
Amazon.
I will buy.
Which is where everything should be bought and sold because that's great for.
But I'm asking,
America.
is Kindle like? Do I not own the book?
No.
So there's a chance that I could. Wait, do I?
You can buy the book and they send
Oh yeah.
like a PDF to
You can download the PDF, but if you're reading it
okay.
on a reader that's not like a downloaded PDF, it's not your. It's like a
I don't know if I've downloaded the PDF.
download them. If you
I know
want
I
them.
can read it offline, but I have to be logged. I don't know how it works.
But it's just like the Sony store.
That's my problem. Is like I don't even know if I actually own it.
But that's the same as the Sony store, right?
Yeah.
If the license goes away, unless you've downloaded the PDF and have the file physically.
Yeah.
Right? Like John, like the
Oh,
PDF
so-
makes it yours.
so is
but
it-
if you're logging into something, they could just delete the file once you've logged in.
Both exist, but yeah, like there are ways with e-readers to actually purchase and keep a book
Okay.
and read it in a way that's not like just an iPad.
Got it.
And that might get you back into books.
Okay, so like on Netflix
Yes.
or on Prime Video, if I want to like go on a plane, but I know Wi-Fi sucks, I will sometimes I'll hit the download button on Netflix so I can watch it off the internet.
Mhm. If they lose that license,
If they lose it, the download I no longer have.
Right.
Okay. So
That's the
that
problem with
might-
buying like Terminator, for example, on
Yeah.
this thing. They lost the license. That isn't. They spent $20 on nothing. They rented it,
Okay. All right.
and that should be illegal.
Cool. But if I buy more physical media now and all this goes away, couldn't I?
You'll be set.
Couldn't
dude.
I profit and like sell this
Yes.
for an overpriced amount?
If you'd like to do what people do with comics now, yes.
Oh, sweet. Then
Here's your
what are
reason.
people bitching about?
First pressing vinyls.
You mean financial opportunity,
And
baby?
you invest in gold now, man.
All right.
Yeah, there's Steelbook Blu-rays from Best Buy that were like $20 new, $10 to get out the door.
Is
when they
that
were
why
getting rid of them.
sometimes there's Blu-rays that I'm like are just stupid
Hundreds of dollars.
expensive?
'Cause
Where
they
I'm
don't
like,
make new ones.
I'm learning so much in the past
Yes,
week.
this is why I wanted to do this stream.
I'm like,
Thank you.
I should know this. I should know.
It's
But there
integral.
are times I'm like, why would I spend this much money on this fucking movie?
Because it's valuable. What it's supply and demand. If they
Yeah.
got rid of the supply, there's more demand.
Wow, yeah, that's true.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm taking crazy pills. Like to me, this is like 14-year-old coins. Like it's crazy. People can just steal shit. And now 20 years later, it's happening to scale. And it's only gonna get worse because we're going 2028 so far. It's fine. It's gonna fucking scale up.
no, it's
We're
gonna
gonna
get way
own
worse.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like we have food subscriptions now. I guarantee we're 10 or 15 years out from everything being a subscription model and us owning less. We make it so owning a house is impossible for our generation. We're going to have all of this be a thing. And if you rent everything, you own nothing. So they're making everything subscription. They're making everything rental. So the top 5% can phone fucking everything.
God, we gotta start a streaming service.
Dude, let's talk about YouTube.
Yo,
Fuck that,
let's talk
too.
about-
Yeah, because we don't own our fucking content.
That's true.
Then wouldn't we?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like we own our content.
Because we don't.
Thanks for the segue, Coy.
You're welcome.
I'm putting
I'm gonna have some jerky.
putting a little hydration.
I'm a little hyphy. I knew I could.
Yeah. Well, with that in mind, how are you guys feeling? Do you give a shit about this? Are you more like me?
There's 7 viewers.
Am I the 1% that has just not really been paying that much attention to this? I feel like a lot of us are kind of being a little bit blind about it. Coy's going to be looking at the chat, which will be good for his mental health.
I'm only
going
to do it for the physical media section because I feel like that's a passion I have that is worth my stress.
So YouTube. Okay, here we go. You know what? I'm going to start by saying this. That way there's a little bit of self-awareness that I'm aware that this will make me look a little ungrateful because what we do for a living, it's pretty crazy. It's cool that we get to do this. Even when it's hard, when you step back, it's like, well, actually, it's a pretty cool gig, though, when you really step back. And I, truthfully, I'm honest to God, I take it for granted way too often. Like, I can logically say that, but my heart has a harder time emotionally registering the words I just said, that I should really be grateful for this. Because, you know, when I was a receptionist for a doctor's office for a couple of years, or when I was cooking hot dogs, whatever money I was making then, if like it's way less than what we're able to make now. However, if I was able to make the money, that's how I started replacing it. I started making the money on YouTube that I was making there, started matching it before I wasn't. And the idea like I could just match it back then was mind-boggling. And it is kind of cool to like transport my mind back to there and be like, yeah, it's still cool that we got this because, you know, I started in the back house of an ex-girlfriend's place secretly. And then it was built out mainly by me inviting people off Craigslist to like come on the channel. You know, it was a weird thing while I was like, you know, in a 1-bedroom apartment that was essentially a studio with a wall. So it is neat to like put my mind there and look over here and go, wow, there's like a company now. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that while it was just mainly like I've done, there was years where I was like, oh, I was the only one editing, putting thumbnails, and then I've edited many of the TV show and movie reactions, and then eventually became the main reviewer for them as we were transitioning to full-time editors. When we look at the whole staff of everyone here, hosts and staff included, it's honestly actually somewhere between 25 to 40 people. It's a lot of people, and I lose, like, I don't interact with 25 to 40 people on the daily.
Don't tell Alex, she is the only
she's the only employee. But yeah, it's like there's some people who are more wild than others. But I'm like, oh, there's actually like 20 active throughout the week, about 25 to 40 people. Yeah, it's a good amount of people. So when shit like what's been happening in the past few months has been happening, it does stress me out. Yeah. So I'm saying all that because, you know, I'm aware that what I'm about to go into suddenly it can become tone deaf. I'm aware of that.
Starting with gratitude,
and now let's go into the tone deaf part, shall we?
Put the chapter here, so Greg just sounds like a whiny bitch.
Tone deaf, ungrateful influencer on the internet. So, obviously, we do reactions here, and there was a few years where mainly what we were doing was like short form content types of reactions, whether it be like YouTube video reactions. We started stopping that a while ago. Then it was a lot of like mainly trailer reactions. Like trailer reactions were things that really blew us up. And I'm telling you, for years, people thought we were making way more than we actually were. Because
they still do.
Most of the shit, they still do. They definitely do. We're definitely not making it anywhere near as much as people think we are.
Let's be clear.
So it's because it was like it was a common thing where like the biggest stuff was copyright claimed. Like all our shit was copyright claimed. And then when we started going into like movies and shows, like I remember covering the Snyder Cut, dividing that up into 6 parts. Not one of those was monetized. And that was a huge performer for us. And it really does suck because what a lot of people don't like to hear about the ins and outs, because the whole idea is that, yes, when we're filming, we're just trying to have a good time. But, you know, the assembly of one of those videos is a lot of time. It's a lot of hours. And the way we're able to do the turnaround we do for working on it to condense what is like a 14 to 20 hour process, if that, down to like 8, because we got several people working on it right now, you know? It's a whole thing. And then and you got to pay these people for stuff. So in the past few months, like what happened over the years was that we were able to start figuring out, okay, there's a way we can beat more of these copyright claims than we used to. We started learning about the system, and that's how we were able to start bringing on more hosts and get Coy here and other people and expand the team, because it was years of not beating the copyright claims. And then like around DC fandom time, I started learning some stuff, and we started to be able to beat the claims because there's like processes that happen, and we were able to figured out the processes where like you can have shit go into escrow, and then like learning how to do it. And then YouTube this year, they did like, man, they made it like even way harder again. And that's the part that's been stressing me out. It's starting to feel like back in those days when there was not even a fighting chance.
Right.
I just like having a fighting chance. And the fact that there's no fighting chance sucks. So here's like the very recent thing that's been going on is Universal. It's weird because I know a few people in the digital marketing department, and they like apparently love Real Rejects. So I'm like, I can't be this team here. 3 huge movies this year, and of course they have the Odyssey coming out, which is another huge movie. Super Mario movie, Super Mario Galaxy, and the Michael movie, and now this week, Obsession. Each one of these. First one, Super Mario. It's what bothers me about this experience is when I put my own personal spot, like just getting real personal here. Like, okay, haven't really played Mario games in a while. I need to play some Mario games so I could catch some fucking Easter eggs because I know I'm going to be on camera and I want to be able to catch some of this shit. So like I'm dedicating a lot of extra time just so I can keep up with a little bit of the audience. I know I'm not going to get all of this, but I want to get more than I normally do because I want to keep up with the audience here. And the next day it was blocked. And then they not only blocked it, they gave us a strike, and then they removed it. And what bothered me is like, but I'm seeing people who were already outperforming us. I'm not going to say who, because some of these guys are like legitimately my friends. Some of these guys are actually people I am friends with who I can call right now. And so I don't want to point anyone out because I don't want people to be like, why is it that person? Because then that's just fucked up. So I wish they were my enemies because maybe I would do it.
It'd be so much nicer.
Then
to
I
point
could
fingers
really
at them,
put my class
take them
down. Yeah, you motherfuckers.
Whiny Greg, he's here to take names.
So it's like, I don't know what we're doing different because I'm like literally studying what my friends are doing. And I'm even talking with them, asking them what they're doing. And I'm like, we're even taking more precautions than they are.
Yeah.
You know, like the time usage, this footage usage, the cropping. So that was removed and strike. To this day, you guys cannot watch it. You guys cannot watch our Mario video. It's been months. We've been trying to fight it and just get it back so it can be public. The Michael movie was the same thing.
And for the record, a strike is different than a copyright claim. A strike is like the channel's in jeopardy if there's too many. Like that's a big thing.
Yeah, there's layers to it. So when we talk about a yellow dollar bill sign, that's like, oh, there was a tiny bit of movement of sexuality happening here, and YouTube's like, America don't like that. So the whole thing's demonetized, or Coy says the C word, and then the whole video's demonetized.
Babies come from stores.
Because of that. Or having to do 10 edits of Jackass 2 because there's a second that just keeps getting everything demonetized.
Steve-O comes from stores.
It's just crazy. Like the amount of re-edits on Jackass makes sense when you watch Jackass. So something like that. Or yeah, it's like we hear about the music companies where you get like a second of music, it gets so when some people like get upset at us, we want to provide the best video for the audience. We do. We want to provide some of the music. We'd like to include more of the swear words and stuff. And people will bitch at us, and I'm like, guys,
do you want the video to exist?
It's not like it's a fucking. I'm not. I would love to fight in this rebellion you want me to fight in, but like it's 1 second, and this one oftentimes these 1 seconds. I have proof where it's like 5801 to 5801 demonetized. Like what the shit? The whole thing. It's crazy.
I also don't think people realize that AI is scanning stuff, and it doesn't matter if it's a finger or it looks like a dick. It's gonna think it's a dick. Like it's deciding. We are not deciding.
It's so
sometimes when you blur stuff in the boys, people are like, that was this word. We're like, yeah, we didn't make that decision.
It's stupid. It happens, man. So then you got the Michael movie, which again, same thing. And I'm like, it's Universal. I know how they've been because we have gotten an insane influx of demonetization, not strikes per se. We've definitely gotten some strikes from Universal because strikes are like, you can't fight as much of these claims when you have a strike because you're like, well, I don't want to get a strike if I lose this fight against this claim now, or a block
lose the
or
whole
something.
channel. Like,
if you get 3, you lose the whole channel. We currently have 2, and with the Michael movie, that got struck the next day. And again, I was left with a baffling experience because I was like, why is the claimant is Universal. It's a manual claim, meaning there's some fucking asshole there who's like, fuck you, bam, claim you. And then I'm looking online again at other people who were already way outperforming ours. And I talked to them like, no, we don't have a copyright claim. Not even for the music, which is crazy. Because I'm like,
there's like a decent amount of music in that movie.
There's a good amount of Michael music.
He's known for it.
And then Obsession this week. That was one where I like the thumbnails for Michael, I wasn't in that video, but I worked on that one too. Definitely worked on like metadata, and then the thumbnails. Did that for Obsession as well, and some other stuff. So I spent my own time. There's a lot of people working it. The girls film for it. Gets published at like 7 a.m., 11 a.m. blocked after 40K views. So that's gone. We were trying to fight it and appeal it. It's not getting lifted. We did a second edit. We were even more strict than the other people who I know have theirs not claimed. And then 11 a.m., sure enough, some fucking cuck in the office, like 11 a.m., boom, gonna block these guys. And then the only way why it's public right now is because we had to immediately just go, oh, the only way we could have it public is if we completely forfeit all chances of monetization. So so that video that right now, that's still right now getting views, which is at 150,000 views, is not monetized. And obviously our average view count, because like we upload daily, a lot of our success, even if a video, another factor of making money with a lot of these videos is watch time. So there's videos that we've had that get like 200K views, take like a trailer reaction that does well, but the watch time's so short because it's a trailer reaction. We've had videos that have 30,000 views sometimes that will make more money than the one that got.
People watched it for an hour, people watched it for 4 minutes.
Yeah, because people watch it for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Obsession, it's just such a loss when I'm like, oh man, it's got a high watch time. It's got insane amount of comments. Like, this is good engagement. This will be a very successful video. And we are in that position where we need a few very successful videos a month to
buoy the rest.
To maintain and buoy the rest. Yeah. So like we really appreciate the support, obviously, but it's like we appreciate the super chats and Streamlabs. We also don't want to be the channel that like really only depends on something like that.
Please love us with your money.
We like that. Same thing with Patreon. We really appreciate the Patreon support, but we also understand we don't want to be a company that only depends on that.
I would also argue, because you won't say it, I will. I think it's not fair to the amount of work that benefits YouTube for us not to make money. Like, it's not fair that we have to be in a position that is growing. YouTube's making money off us. YouTube's doing better because there is a place for people to spend their time. We live in an attention economy. We have almost 1.5 million subscribers spending their attention and their time, and then we're getting dicked over because of a new system.
Yeah.
Like, they're still benefiting, and they're benefiting more. YouTube's making more and more money every year. Like, it's insane that it's hurting the people that are allowing them to exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'll be fucking Robin Hood this episode. It is insane that all of these things are, everyone's making more profit because that's the only way shareholders get to have their stocks rise every single year. Like, and it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, we are past the wealth inequality of when France had the guillotine. It's time to bring it back.
What perfect. Great. Love the way your brain works. Love where your mind traverses off to. France the guillotine.
That's the problem, though. That's a fucking inequality that is unsustainable. Heads will roll, dude.
Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, that's just like one of the things that's been going on with YouTube. You might hear a lot of other people talking about stuff that it's like, I have friends that it's just so funny when like our average view count versus like another channel which is doing better and their average view count is big. And it's like, I heard Mr. Beast not long ago being like, yeah, our videos dropped from like, 200 million to 50 million. It's really bad. It's like, wow.
It's all scale.
It's all scale, right? It
is dropping by 75%, but at what cost?
And yeah, like there are some channels, absolutely, like there are exceptions that are thriving right now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even in the reaction field, especially, there are definitely channels that are like undeniably fucking thriving. But yeah, with us, we've been having to reprogram and recalibrate and figure stuff out and understanding like, okay, what's our algorithm now? Because like they're always changing shit without fucking telling you what they change, and then there's so many people I talk to are like losing subscribers without knowing why, and they also are like, our views are down, and I'm trying to do everything that I know. I'm trying to do new things now, and then they can't figure it out. And so, yeah, it's just a bummer when I'm like, all right, we got a hit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we've been hit.
Yeah, there it goes, doing well, not helping.
Yeah. So.
But I also think that the YouTube culture is really tricky because, like the social media culture, it's harder to. How do I navigate this? It is harder to be a positive influence in a culture that doesn't celebrate positivity. I think Ted Lasso causing Rooster and causing shrinking and causing that surge is really beautiful, but it kind of stays to its own thing, right? Like, I think that Project Hail Mary was so beloved because it was like, oh, we can still make optimistic sci-fi. Like, I think we're craving positivity, but I think that it's so hard to make that a perpetuating brand without being called like a shill. Yeah. And so I think it's really tricky with us with like, we want to see
on the flip side too, when you want to be, if you want to be negative,
it's so profitable.
Then it's profitable, and then you're automatically lumped. Even if like, there's been times where I've been negative and I'm like, oh, Greg's trying to be a grifter now.
Right. You get labeled. Like there's
you're either a grifter or a shill.
There's a Bloods and Crips thing.
Yeah.
Like you can have to be one. Like you got to join a gang.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to be like, I think you and I in particular, I don't want to speak to everyone else at the channel, but I think you and I in particular really value nuance.
Yeah. Nobody else does here.
No, but like I don't talk to them about it. Like I don't sit down with
what you mean? No,
like I don't want to be like that's their goal. Yeah. I think it's our goal, like specifically.
Yeah.
So like this show I love because that's what we discuss, and because the internet's trying to be so binary, because it wants to be immediate. I think part of this ties into my physical media thing. The attention span shortening is why I flippantly said, like, you know, social media and fascism go hand in hand. There is an attention span thing where it's like, I agree, I disagree. Yes, no. Like all people want is to feel like they belong. Like there's a tribalism to human nature.
Yeah.
Like we're made of so many happy chemicals. Like dopamine does one thing, serotonin does one thing, endorphins do one thing, but there's a biochemical response to being part of a tribe. Every single human being, whether they want to admit it or not, wants to feel like they belong somewhere because that's how we survived. We are fragile little slow shellless creatures. Like we are very easily disemboweled.
Yeah.
So we survive by being part of something. I think that now that digital has taken over, and I think it has. I think digital has surpassed analog.
Oh my God.
I don't want to admit
by
it,
and large.
but like for us, 100% 5 years ago. But I think even to like the average of the globe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the outlier on each side. There's people that don't have phones still. God bless them. But there's also people that are worse than us that are pure. But like, I think the average now, humanity is more digital than analog. And I think we don't have the brain matter and the evolutionary time to adjust to this tribalism of how we need to feel like we survive. And I think that makes it so it's either you're a shill or you're a grifter because people just want to know like what they're committing to.
Yeah.
What's my view of this thing? And when you've got something as nuanced as art, it's made by hundreds of people and it's meant to evoke emotion, not to be decided good, bad. And I think what's so tricky is, right, like good, bad is all we can really commit to. Like we're reverting back to like Cro-Magnon man. If you look at like Ebert and Roper as like a fully standing erect man and you looked at the way we look at movies now, we're back to the dude with the club and the rock. Yeah. Like we've devolved so much from having conversations. A movie comes out, you discuss it for a month, then a week. Now a movie is out. If it doesn't do good in 3 days, fuck you. And that is also how we look at like the literacy around movies. And my spicy internet week is I talked about Supergirl on this channel and I had so much to say about it. And I very much am bothered by a certain subsect of people that comment on comic book movies. They comment on Marvel movies. They comment on DC movies. They comment on pop culture, but really comic books because there's a possessiveness to it that I totally understand. I fucking love the fact that all these characters I never thought I'd see are now the culture. I love the fact that I can say Ben Reilly and people know what I'm talking about. Much less Spider-Man being popular. That was always going to be the case. But Ben Reilly, like, it's crazy that people know that there are multiple Green Lanterns and not just comic fans like aunts in Idaho. So it makes sense that there's a possessiveness and a protectiveness and a tribalism. But what's so scary is the way the language is used in social media is, I know that I need more subscribers than last month. I know that I need more viewers for longer. All the things we're talking about us needing are also people that are needing to make content in the other direction. So anytime something comes out, they need to find like stuff to do with that. So I had a fascinating week of like, I was at 34.9K on Twitter and I'm like OCD and I wanted 35. So I was like, I'm gonna just fucking see what's in my mentions. I usually don't check them, but I was like, I talked about Supergirl. I'm sure there's some angry people. So I like engaged to grow my shit. Cause that's what I like to do. I like to like poke the hornet's nest and be like, peace, delete the app. And so like I engaged for a little bit. And it was really interesting to like put my toe in the water of a side of the internet that is doing the I want to find as much as I can to articulate hate. And I don't usually look into it because I don't like feeling that way. I don't like knowing that perception as a member of the internet, as a member of the human species, as a member of anything. I don't like seeing it. And when it's about you, it's like, how do you not take it personally, but also like wanting to study it at the same time. So it was a really interesting week to be engaged adjacent for a day and then removed and then like feel the consequences of like, well, these people are just trying to like survive. Like they're trying to make money and they're trying to like do what they can in their way. And I saw one video, it's this dude I've like shared before. And it was so interesting to see like, I was talking to you and I mentioned like how I didn't like how a certain group of people was describing their connection to this take on Supergirl, which is right from the comics, which is a comic that I connect to, which is a version of the character that I like more. I connect to this character more. And it turned into he hates all of the fans. He wants people to worship alcoholism. And it just like created this amazing ability to take something and turn it into something else. And in one case, like I watched one of these videos and it's like a faceless, just using his voice page. And he's like narrating, but he's reusing different clips to prove his point, which is what you do with an edit, which I get. But like,
oh, then you slap your own. Then you.
But then you insert.
Then you slap your own narrative on
Right.
it. Like if someone says, guy at DCU blames fans for why Supergirl fails.
Right. And then you cut to a video.
Then you play 45 seconds with that person thinking that.
Yeah.
Then it's going to.
And I literally was talking about a subsect of I hate how some people see her this way, and it makes me doubt humanity that they wouldn't empathize. I said I wish, like, if I have a daughter, I hope she identifies with having empathy for trauma. Like, I said things from my perspective, but using like the power of YouTube and using an edit, and also like he had to hit 8 minutes. I respect that. That's how you get mid rolls. But using my quote like 4 times, like, dude. Create. But my problem became like I think, and this isn't meant to be, again, I don't like tribalism, but I think there is a nature of, I think I always want art to succeed. I think that's where I'm comfortable. I think that my comfort zone is I want artists to see their art celebrated. I always will. I always have. There are artists that I feel betrayed by. There are people that like have done shitty things, but the art itself is a miracle. Like getting something made is a miracle. It's thousands of people pouring their soul into something. And I'm always wanting that to succeed. All it takes to be an incel is to have 2 people make a mistake 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's so easy to be a bad person. It's so hard to make good art. So I don't care about individuals because they're a product of like a drunken mistake. Art is a product of miraculous construction and belief and hope and imagination. So I'm always going to be team like, oh, good, art exists. Let's celebrate it, even if it's okay. Like, I'm not saying bad art is good. Sometimes I'm framing it good because I want it to be seen and experienced. And sometimes I'm saying like, I see these positives in the art, but I'm always going to want a 2.5 or 3-star piece of art to succeed, and a 2.5-star person is not worth my time. So I think it's really interesting to look at like the subsect of the internet that would rather rally together and like celebrate failure because I feel like that's their comfort zone. Like I think that people that identify with failure as a celebration, they get in
they feel better about themselves.
Yeah, there's a superiority complex because
definitely.
if something doesn't succeed, well, I said it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But like, how are you feeling good about yourself because someone's art didn't work?
And it also, a lot of the time, it's also posed as
Tribalism.
As it's posed as they're fighting for the right fight. You know,
Right.
They're fighting for like we're trying to make a stand, but it's pretty apparent that there's certain sections of this platform and then other platforms too that when something looks like it's gonna fail,
Yeah, you
they're
rally
like,
behind.
oh sweet, we got like 14 videos you can make about the same subjects.
And that ties into our conversation
Yeah.
of like, we make these videos and 9 times out of 10, we're celebrating it, right? Like, it's very rare that I watch something and I'm like, let me crap on it during the reaction, because there's not usually merit in that.
Yeah.
But like, we're making this stuff that is celebrating the art.
Almost every Road to Doomsday video where we did not like the movie before, we go in with
Trying
an open
to-
mind, and then the first act we're like, you know what, this is actually
Better than
pretty
I
good.
remembered.
This
And
is
then
so
second
good.
we're like, I remember
like,
now
oh, like,
while I
oh man,
was-
this is getting bad.
Because we actively try. But it's so ironic to me that because we're using footage and we're navigating it and reconstructing it and editing it so it's not just watching the movie,
Yeah.
we're the ones, because of the format, getting penalized. But because people are just, without even like being on screen, like most of the people that are trolling me on Twitter are AI emojis. Like, they're not even a face. They're literally constructing some Aryan bullshit face with like...
I could already hear what people are saying, that this guy is saying that AI is attacking him. It's like, no, he's saying
I'm
the
saying
profile
they don't even have a-
pic
yeah, no, no.
is a faceless AI.
I'm saying, like, they're all-
But I could already hear the... as it's been weird, as I've been listening to you, I'm like, how will the context be taken out here? How can someone edit what he's saying?
Because that's reality.
Because that's what happened. Because like going to what you said like last week, if I can slightly elaborate.
Oh, please.
It was, I remember being across, there was like, so I remember being across from you, and you did say, I completely understood that you were saying that when you went online, the thing that you were seeing most was certain people who were saying this.
Yeah.
And somehow that got translated and warped into, he's saying everyone who doesn't like this is this.
Right, and I was
like,
angry at those
yeah.
people. Like, I was mad at those people.
Those specific people.
And then it became like, I am mad at everyone.
Yeah, and the part where I was in question.
And I made it clear the movie was okay. Like, that was what was so hard for me, is like, I wasn't talking about the movie. I was talking about people's reaction to elements.
And then the question that I had, where I was like, okay, I have a question about this, was when you did say about like the parenting. I was like, and you said, if you don't, there's something, I can't remember exactly what you said. There was that was one of the things that I
talked about
clipped out.
like having a daughter and hoping she
like,
empathizes.
and then you were like, fuck you to those people. And I was here even going, wait, but you're not a parent. Are you sure you want to be saying that? Like, that's what I was thinking in that moment. But did I read
no.
when
I was speaking to, I want my kids to empathize with people that have been through trauma as opposed to judging them. I don't have
what you were
any.
saying, yeah.
I don't have kids. I can't speak to being a parent.
Okay.
I have no. I don't have the tools to talk about it. I'm talking about when I have kids, my hope is I raise them well enough to be empathetic people. That's all I was speaking to. It's like, I got upset that people were grown men and women judging someone's handling of their trauma. And so I was saying, I hope.
That's right, because I brought up how there were people who were like, okay, her planet blew up and stuff. So what? What are you gonna be a bitch about it?
I was talking about
because I had that's the context that was missing. Yeah, that's the missing context. Because I had said that, and then you were responding to that.
I know so many people that have been through so much, and they've had to turn to stuff that they're not proud of and come out of it. Like, I know people that have gotten clean. I know people that have gotten sober. I know those things, and I think people that judge that journey. I just hope that I don't raise someone that judges it. I just hope that I can be a parent that is navigating that in a way that I got that out of Supergirl. Yeah. And that's what I kind of speaking to what we were saying before, like, even movies that I think are okay, I'm always going to focus on the things that I like the most out of them. So like, I didn't give Supergirl like 10 stars. I just found things that I really wanted to focus on. And that became me like, it's the greatest thing ever. And like, I made a top 10 of the year so far. It's not on it. But like, I suddenly became the face of this thing. And it was interesting while you're going through us looking at copyright, and then on the other side of like literally being content. Yeah. Like, it's so interesting to like, I saw myself as content, and I was like kind of flattered, but then it was also the awareness of like the scrutiny that, like, for example, Millie Alcock's going through. Like, she literally is getting edited and soundbited and chopped up for all this stuff and taken out of context. And I'm completely irrelevant. And she's like the face of a brand. Mm-hmm. And so to become content at this little scale and to be kind of like, oh, someone spent hours editing me, that must have been crazy. But even if it's for hate, that's still hours of someone's time that I don't even know who they are. And so I can't imagine being like the face of something so big and then having to survive like a week of the vitriol.
You know what I gotta say? Whoever's making these videos, quit being a pussy and tag Koi.
No, they do. I share them.
Did they say @KoiJandro on their posts?
A few.
I think
I share the ones I
think
see.
the actual ones. Yeah, some people will share them with you, but
but I'll
but
share
the person who no, I share.
No, it's flat, dude. I
share them.
I grew up.
No, I share them.
I grew up knowing how long it took to edit, and I remember thinking like anyone that is this dedicated, that's like actual like hate is a strong emotion like love, and if someone's gonna hate me so much that they spend time, I'm gonna give them their flowers.
I bet none of these people would actually debate you though.
No, one tried, but someone was like, come on my show and debate me, and I'm not just some nobody. In 2007, Jim Lee wanted me to work at DC, and I was like, I don't know if a 20 years ago name drop is relevant enough for me to spend time I don't have. It's Spider-Man month and the Odyssey. I don't have time to debate people that have a 2007 claim to. I don't have time. But like I respect the shout, and I like. I think I even like liked it. I respect the fucking hustle. I just don't have time. Like I would debate someone with a bigger platform than me if I respected them, but that requires me to have time and respect, and I have neither right now.
Yeah.
I respect their hustle, but like I don't mirror glasses wearing people that just people wear the mirror glasses because it's nice to look at yourself in them. Like it's a reflection of society, not a person.
That's why I always love when I catch a hate thing about us on Twitter or me is that sometimes I'll see these posts take off that get so many views, and I'm like,
I want those views.
Well, fucking tag me. Tag me. Why are you scared to tag me?
I made a post on my top of my Twitter right now. Was like, I don't have time to engage here because there's no money on Twitter. But if you engage on TikTok or YouTube, I'll respond because it helps. Like if I get money out of it, I will have a conversation.
It'll pop up because it says Real Rejects or Greg Alba, or it'll pop up for you because it says Koi Chandro.
Right.
But it's not at Koi Chandro.
I see.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't search my name anymore. But when I get tagged, I at least.
Yeah.
But also, it got
Do
to be
the ad.
But it also got to be so much. I was like, it was really cool because you know how addicted I am to social media. I posted my Spider-Man video that I was really proud of, and that means I had to download Twitter. And I saw the like 99 plus, and I was like, if I press that, I'm just getting that dopamine from like the Vegas, like the spinning the gambling like drug. Like they've tracked that like the same exact chemical response to gambling is checking your notifications. Like it's that kind of high. And I was like, this could either be like me being like hee hee about being hated, or it could actually affect my mood. And I just cleared the notifications and I never looked. And it felt so good to be like, yesterday I needed to know how much they hated me. Today, I don't know how many hundreds of people decided that I suck, but I don't care about them. So I think this was a really good week for my mental health of like, irrelevant people are still irrelevant, but I really respect the work they're putting into hating me.
All right, man. I love to hear it.
It was a good week, man.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for now. Do we have super chats today? All right, cool. Do you mind if we hop into it?
Did we cover our 3 things?
We covered our 3 things.
Let's get it.
I'm just gonna do a quick little.
Look at that, right at 1, dude. We nailed it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's my mom's retirement. I gotta go see her. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
That's really
15,
cool.
16, 17. I'm just counting 18. 19, we should probably disable the Twitter chats. 21, 20. Thank you guys. It's a really supportive day. Okay. You know what? Wow. This is really very, very supportive. We don't like to end without going through every single one of these. So I just got to make the call right now. We have to disable the super chats so we can make sure we go through all of them. Because we got a kind of a good handful today. Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, we have Streamlabs too. Do you have Streamlabs? Let me add the count here. Do a little math. This is a good time crunch app to have, and I like this. Thank you guys. Where are we at? And that's our account. I do want to watch Bring Her Back.
What's that?
It's the Raka. I still call them Raka.
Oh, I saw it. It messed me up, dude.
Philippou
that
brothers.
movie is so scary.
I still want to watch that. Oh, wow. This is a very generous day.
Thanks, guys. It's been a rough monetization month.
Okay. Just so I can make sure, can we start with the Streamlabs since there's only like a few? That way we got one checklist done, and then boom. Thank you, Ray and John. Appreciate
Exactly
it, guys.
halfway. Doing the work.
We're
1
doing
o'clock.
it. We're doing it, baby.
Let's
We're
do
doing it. We got to stay on track. I got to get to my mom to celebrate my mom.
Dude, that's exciting.
I know.
Retirement.
I'm really happy for her. She deserves to retire. Did we answer this question?
I think we'll
last
ever retire. Like
No.
with the nature of our work. I was thinking about that the other day, like with YouTube being like we watch movies and read comics and talk about art. Like I don't know if like there'll be a day where we're like, guess I'm done with that. Like it feels like it's just like a part of identity now.
You know, I create a lot on my own time, and a lot of that is not public stuff. You know,
all
like,
those videos
like
about
a lot of
YouTube.
you guys know. Yeah, it's just fucking making my
Just sitting in a corner like,
magnum opus.
copyright
Yeah.
strikes again.
Just a whole thing I'm working on. You guys are gonna see that journal be delivered to the New York Times one day.
Written in
It's my
blood.
fucking Rorschach.
When Greg cuts his hair, he puts it in a journal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bunch of
This was the anger from
newspaper
March.
clippings of
These were the strikes.
It really dawned on me. Was it you I was talking to or somebody else? I can't remember. About how obviously we talk about certain human needs that we have of like emotional, physical, like there's things, mental things you got to take care of. And I feel like we don't talk enough about how there is a human creative need. That doesn't mean a career creative need. There's a creativity need. And a lot of people are like, I'm not creative. I'm like, there's probably a way you are. And maybe there's a way you're already being creative and you don't realize it.
Dude,
but there is a thing you have to, the way you have to work out or health or take care of your mental, there's also a part and I think in the human soul that has a need of creating, whether that be something that you're always working on or something you just take the time to do. Like, I don't know, I don't know what, but something like how would you say you utilize your creativity when you are aware you're being creative?
It was like what, November? I painted at the Batman I painted. I was so happy, and I'd forgotten that I felt like it scratched an itch. I realized I wasn't scratching.
Yeah. And you're not trying to become a professional painter. You're not trying to do any of that.
But it made me realize that I
you're doing
hadn't done a creative thing
Exactly.
until I did it. And then I was like, this is joy.
And it wasn't like, I should be a painter.
No, it was
like,
just to do it.
It was to do a creative thing.
And I haven't done enough since. I learned a lesson that I completely ignored.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so happy. I'll make sure this gets put away. I'm going to put this in a box and bury it.
And it is. There's something about creativity though that I think happens where it becomes a mental hurdle to do it.
Yeah. Even
But
though
but when you're doing it, it feels good.
Yeah.
But every time, even for me, every time I have to go write or I want to write, it's always a hurdle. But once I'm there, I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this.
I've had almost no creative output in the last 6 months, and I think that's tied directly into my need to get a rush from social media.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like a self-flagellating thing where I'm like, I don't feel anything. I'll at least feel something here.
For sure.
And that's, I think, directly tied. I don't make anything. I need to make.
For sure, man. All right, you ready to do this, Coy?
Let's do it, Greg.
All right, we're going to start this off here with Steven. Thoughts on Backroom releasing an extended cut in theaters for me, although I loved it, only been out a couple of months away, so they should put it out on the Blu-ray or 4K. I was really confused when I got the upload because I haven't seen Backrooms yet, but apparently they're putting out an extended edition out in the theaters already.
Yeah, I think it's a post-credit. I'm not sure. I read one thing that said it was like 15 minutes more at the end, so it's not in the movie. It's like another, but I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know how that would work.
Oh, weird. Really?
That's what I read, but again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if that makes sense in context.
It's really cool. I think what's really inspiring, it's like that dual feeling of envy mixed with, well, I'm not exactly doing 100% the way how they were pursuing 100%, so why am I envious? I should just be proud of the fact that these YouTubers are fucking making careers.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, even all the shit Stuckman got with his time with doing Shelby
he
Ellis,
made a
I'm like,
movie.
he still fucking went for it, and it's still impressive, and it's really hard to just go for it and commit to it. Again, it's easy to celebrate failure,
right?
If like people want to pose that as failure, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure the movie's actually a success financially.
I've been so tired, and like every time someone gets an interview that I've always wanted, I'm like, I want it, and then I'm like, I've been so lazy about that one thing. And I think that YouTube's a similar thing where it's like we're outputting so much in one direction, we're not putting in that direction. Who are we to be like, but I didn't make a movie? Like, I'm just proud, but if I'm not watering that side of the grass, that's on me.
Yeah, and that guy's like 20 years old. That's insane.
Dude,
that is crazy.
Obsession, and he's like 22. Curry Barker.
Oh yeah,
he's also a child.
I've seen their sketches. I've seen their short films.
Yeah,
they're really good.
Like I think one of them like couldn't drink at their own after party, and I was like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Still haven't seen it.
Like wearing a wristband to your own after party is gangster in its own way.
I just have a bad relationship with the movie Obsession at this current moment.
No,
in
I'm
time.
sorry I brought it up.
All right. Next one up here, page 1992. What's going on with the Dexter uploads? Perfect subject today. We got copyright strikes on them, and at a certain point,
Not a claim, a full strike.
Full strike on two of them, and additionally, like they were just it reaches a certain point where it's like these are not even cracking like 10,000 views now because we've had to spread them out so much. We would keep it. Paramount's another just terrible one. It's like we would keep it private. There's ones we've kept private for
There's only gonna be 4 studios soon.
Over a month. We'd sometimes have it private over a month. Like Tara and Paige's reaction to Obsession has been in our video manager private, completed for 5 days now or 4 days now or something like that.
Don't tell them now. They'll know to go delete.
Yeah, there's no claim on it.
Don't tell the YouTube
'Cause
gods.
they're waiting for it to be public, to be like, fuck you. And that's the same thing with Paramount. Is like, we'll have it private for a month, and then once we make it public, within an hour, they're like, block right away.
So 50% of movies are safe.
So at a certain point, it just became like, it's just simply not worth it. It's not worth, like, you know, where we pay the host to be here, their time, you pay the fucking editors, and then after a certain point, and then working on all the other workarounds that go into it and the re-editing and stuff. And then it's like, we're so in the negatives on this investment at this certain point, and it can't even be seen. Like, there's no point anymore.
Dude,
So, yeah.
series are hard because, like, sometimes it's like the audience is just not as receptive, but other times it's like the world's conspiring against us and people want to watch this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's also hard being here and being like, we want to watch that thing. And it's like, we don't know what's going to happen because it's out of our control.
And trying to, and I hope that people can understand the layers here, because it's really easy, again, to misconstrue what I'm saying and being like, he only cares about money. I'm like, I wouldn't have made Obsession public if I only cared about money.
I also think it's just a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
I hope that's how it comes across, is like, it's not the pie, but
Yeah.
it has to be a factor
Yeah.
because these lights have to stay on.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on.
Also, Sony is the current, like, the PlayStation Network, but Sony, the film company, has been, like, insanely awesome with their making of art. So I also want to, like, acknowledge, when we're talking about these things, like, to me, it's systemic. Like, right now, it happens to be like a Paramount and a Universal. And, like, right now, it's like Sony's making this choice, but, like, it is the actions being taken by any fill-in-the-blank corporation that worry me about us losing control. It's not like these people are doing it. It's part of the problem of the system.
Yeah.
Like, Universal has in other years been, like, not a thing. We're not, like, pointing fingers. It's just this moment is that finger.
I was on a call with a publicist explaining the situation while they were talking to one of the digital people at Universal. And while I was on the call, a copyright claim came in
On the phone?
for another Universal. I'm like, this is not real.
I like the idea that it's them and they're just like,
Yeah. Like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, Greg.
the real rejects, is it? Oh, yeah, I see that block.
It was a real moment. I'm like, this is, I like screenshot. I'm like, I'm telling you, this is real. Is that I screenshot and sent it? It's like, this is insane. Steven. My missus loves her Kindle, and she got Kindle Unlimited, which is a subscription service that offers certain books. Also, she can rent her books out to people for about 50, what does that mean? 50p per book?
I think that's like European, like pence.
Okay, per book.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
John's
if it's not
fancy.
American, don't care. If it's not a hot dog I'm looking at, don't care.
50 pence?
50 pence for about a week, and she owns hundreds of books, and she makes her money back.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool. Okay. So there's some benefit.
There is some ownership there.
Some slight ownership. All right, good to know. Thank you, Steven.
DRM fuckery, but you can get around it.
Dan V900. Thank you, Dan V. Oh, I'm aware. The Furious comes out on VOD on Tuesday. Believe me, this guy's always on top of those VODs, so I can make sure they get blocked. I'm not sure if you plan on reacting to it, but the action is as great as advertised. There's a reason I'm aware. I just wish it was completely in the native language. There is bad English dubbing for certain people. My only real criticism. I haven't listened to his review on this yet, but I heard this was Jeremy Johns' first Awesome Tacular of the year. Meaning his highest one.
I mean, it sounds like a positive review. Awesome.
Yeah, it's his
Certainly
highest
doesn't
rating.
sound like a negative.
Yeah, the Furious. We saw the trailer for that, and I absolutely would love to react to that.
I think Jeremy Johns is the first. I don't usually follow YouTube, but this last week of like dabbling into the culture has made me want to like understand it more. And I think Jeremy's the first person I'm gonna like watch his reviews. I've never watched a movie review. Because I don't like it coloring my own experience. But I've always really respected Jeremy, and we hung out a lot at CinemaCon. We used to, like, back in the Collider days, hang out. And I think, like, he seems well-rounded as a person. So I'm going to try this Jeremy Johns guy out.
I feel like he always stays true to himself. And, and the few times I've met him, he seems like, oh, you are you.
Yeah, like I'm going the opposite way where I'm like, I don't know any of you professionally, and I've liked that. So now I'm like, maybe since I know I trust him as a human, his reviews will speak to me. But it's always interesting to, like, sully your own experience with others.
True. Steven with the final one in here. I know we got another one that just came in here. We're going to have to go to you later, Richard Darts, just to keep the fairness going. But Steven, I own a few Steelbook games, Guardians of the Galaxy, MK1 and MK Legacy Collection, as well as Steelbook 4K Blu-ray. There's just something about that makes it better to own. And when GTA 5 was released, it had a folded map with it. Just bullshit, Sony.
I'm a Steelbook man. I just got the Crow on Steelbook, even though I already own it on Blu-ray. I wanted the 4K, and I spent a little bit more to get that Steelbook because I think there's a prestige. And if you want to own art, I think whatever edition speaks to you is really cool, because I do find myself, not often, but like every so often, like just admiring art. And I think that is that was what we were speaking to at the beginning. I think that's the smallest of the losses, but that's still a substantial loss of like holding art. I think it's good for the brain. I think like biochemically we need to be like, this makes me feel something.
You know what I wish every movie that was actually shot with IMAX cameras actually had that conversion.
Yeah,
on their
it
4Ks.
should, dude.
I don't know why they don't.
Yeah.
To this, I don't know if even the first Dune has ever had that release. Like trying to find the right one for Oppenheimer. We had 2 people react to it here who hadn't seen it, and like trying to get the right IMAX version.
So
Like,
we had that
fucking
Dark
hard.
Knight. Was it Dark Knight?
It's Dark Knight.
We had that weird thing where we're like, how are we struggling to find the Dark Knight IMAX?
But even if you're gonna just pick, I think even the digital platforms,
Yeah.
the streamers, they should have that.
Yeah.
They should do that. Like if
Or don't and only have it physical media to give the perk to physical
yeah,
media.
but
Like,
really,
there should be a place to find
There
it.
should be a place where it's easily like a direction to go if you want this one.
More tinfoil hat. They're actually doing the opposite, where they're not doing as many special features on physical media, and they're doing like commentaries only on digital. So people are encouraged to buy the disc. That way they don't own it.
Fascinating.
It's crazy.
Can we hop on over to the super chats, please? Thank you, Ray. 111.
Dude, we did 10 minutes. We're killing it.
Dude, we're gonna kill this.
Killing it.
Ethan T. Hi, gents. Good to see you. It's now officially been over a year and a half of me battling Greg for better, man. I still have hope. Dude, don't lose hope. Hope you 3 are looking after yourselves. Always good to see you, hear from you. Happy Friday. Thank you, Ethan T. One day.
I think about Better Man at least weekly because of Ethan T, usually on Fridays.
Well, you know what? The next time there's a monkey in the algorithm, I'm going to make sure. There we go.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
What's the next monkey-based art coming soon?
I don't know. We don't get enough of them.
New Gorillaz album?
Baharo 3. Obsession viewed vid, great views. You enjoy those views.
Yep.
Glad people got to at least see it.
Maybe subscribe?
I think in about a week from now, I will be there as like, I'm just glad people got to see it.
I mentioned, what video were we doing? Or
We were shooting Age of Ultron.
We were shooting Age of Ultron. I happened to mention Obsession, and like Greg and I consider Greg a very close friend. Like Greg's one of my best friends. So when one of your best friends has an emotional shift, you can feel it. And there was this hilarious moment where I was like, "Dude, I saw Obsession. It made me so nervous. I was like sweating, and I felt Greg like physically like."
Yeah, I definitely.
And he didn't.
shifted.
I don't know if you see it on camera, but the physicality of Greg just like. It was like his full body asshole pucker.
Yeah, it really was.
It was amazing because I've never, like, one word made him like.
It's probably the saddest part is when this behind the scenes experience affects me able to just enjoy the movie.
Or hear about it.
Or hear about it.
We were watching
Yeah.
Age of Ultron, dude. It wasn't even the movie. You're so affected it's causing ripples into other things.
Sad. So yeah, haven't fucking watched that Michael movie. I haven't. I'm not.
One day.
No. Too bad. I made the thumbnail.
Won't be
I
bringing
did
Greg
a
to the
lot of
Odyssey
I didn't
event.
make the whole thumbnail, but I made a lot of that. Andre A. Bad. That's stupid. Andre. What did I do yesterday?
Andre? Oh, what was that? It was-
We call ourselves Koyegari, and I saw our names, and I went. You know when people try to ship 2 names, so I would say Koyegari, and instead I went Gregory. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not it.
Greg just full chested said his own name like it was ours in a reaction. I was like, that's just your Greg.
That's just my name.
That's just Greg.
What do you say? Is the CD removal the same vibe when they moved on from cartridges? Also, hi, Koi, big Spidey fan here. So this is the closest interaction to someone related to MCU. Also, hi, Greg, love for you too. LOL. He had an LOL like, hi, Greg, love for you too.
Hey, also lowercase for Greg. I'm just pointing it out.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No,
Just
that is a really not as
a
enthusiastic
real
one.
dismissive.
If you see me in person, don't say hi.
He wouldn't say Gregory. He'd say Koyegari.
Is the CD removal the same vibe when they moved on from cartridges?
So what was interesting about cartridge to CD was it was still a physical media, but it was a benefit of storage, right? Like 16-bit and 32-bit games could fit on a cartridge. And even then, like the Sonic and Knuckles, you might remember, like you could stack another cartridge and you could play Knuckles in other games. Like there was some really cool cartridge stuff, but there's only so much data you can put in a cartridge. So from like a fucking floppy to a cartridge was an exponential leap. And then the CD became like we can do 3D graphics. The Dreamcast came around, all those things. But it was still about you owning the thing. The removal of the CD drive is, I think, planned obsolescence, right? Like they're touting it as like, obviously it does make the device thinner. It does make things more, navigable as a device. Like my MacBook has no drive and it's thin, but it's also removing the ownership. And that's my issue is they don't sell the things you own anymore. And if you look at the last 10 years, that's everything we're doing. Like, I'm not so crazy yet as to think we're going to have like water subscriptions, but maybe fucking one day. But yeah, it's getting to the point where like we don't own shit. So CD to cartridge is more about tech evolving. Lack of any sort of physical media is about us losing our power as a culture.
Yo, dude, did you know Brandon Davis and Comics Explained are both in here? What's up, man? Oh my God.
Brandon was who I was talking about. Brandon, I subtweeted you earlier. I was talking about doing great interviews and how like I have been jealous but not had the like energy, and I've been like, I am so envious but I'm proud. Like I'm like, dude, that's the hard work and hustle that I haven't been doing. So you've been killing it, man. I'm like wicked proud of your channel and your interviews, man. Killing it.
Yeah, he's all right.
This guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
This guy.
He's okay.
Proud of you.
Brandon Davis is one of the most fascinating friendships I've developed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because he was genuinely one of the people who I thought really didn't like me at all.
You didn't think I liked you?
It was on another level.
Oh, okay.
We would like walk past each other like fucking, you know.
Are you like Zoolander?
You know, when John Berthel sees his Punisher self in one last kill.
Wow.
That's what I was like. Fucking.
Which one of you was
Brandon
Hansel?
Davis? Brandon Davis thought that the same thing. I thought that about him.
Fascinating.
But I was like, then we bumped into each other
Physically?
at the gym. And you know, the gym just changed everything.
That's true.
You meet someone at the gym.
Guys, we're sweaty, a little bit more naked. Let's connect.
That's right, Comics Explained. Brandon isn't here. Comics Explained, your voice is so beautiful. He's got a beautiful voice. I'm just saying it. He has a beautiful voice. Stanley McZee, Greg, we got Obsession before a Bring Her Back reaction. Give us misery. Also, Jabby wanting optimistic horror endings is so Roxy, I'm finished. I don't know what. Did he watch Obsession today? Did it finally go out? Good for him. I'm sure
It's his monetized.
I will not say because it's fucked up to point out who is monetized.
Well, that's a yes.
I'm just saying, you know, usually when it's not monetized, I usually hear from the people when it's not.
Phone ain't ringing. I guess
just saying.
They'll see each other at their mom's retirement later. We'll see how that goes.
God damn.
Don't mention the O word.
One
Jabby.
of the days we'll do Bring Her Back, maybe in lead up to their next movie. Avery, 2 positive things about your least favorite movies. Oh, my least favorite movies? God, what are my least favorite movies? Do you have a least favorite movie?
Yeah, it's not like I don't think it's the worst movie, but it's my least favorite. In the same way I have favorites that I don't think are the best, I have least favorites. Like Armageddon, I think ruins the entire Criterion collection.
I just don't agree with you on Armageddon.
My favorite thing about Armageddon is it had people discover
space.
Steve Tyler that didn't have Aerosmith in their life. So I think it like, but then there's that scene of like Steven Tyler singing a love song over Liv Tyler's belly. That's so weird. Like he's like using it as the love song. It's like Ben Affleck, like it's just so weird optics. I don't know.
That doesn't like excite you. Yeah, me neither.
No, that'd be weird. You don't have a least favorite movie?
What have I not liked that I have been very clear about not liking? That's I'm trying to remember. I forget about the ones I don't like.
Because there are worse movies.
There's been movies I reacted to that I didn't like, and there's been movies that I have.
I liked what South Park was trying to say.
Wow, that's right. You and Aaron and your woke values.
No, it's the movie's woke. It just doesn't. It's
that is true.
That's
South Park is woke.
No, South Park's hella woke. Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not. My values are at the same.
It's just the humor style.
Yeah, we align value wise.
Yeah.
Likewise, aligning value wise, but thinking the movie was fucking way overcooked. Don't Look Up, I thought was so heavy handed, and I wanted to like it so bad because I love Adam McKay.
I like.
But that movie just was like, do you get it? Do you understand? And I know that was the point, but I didn't feel it.
Red Notice. I know I hated that movie. It took me like a week to finish it.
The Rock one, the Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did I like about it? I liked that I felt uncomfortable about seeing The Rock and Gal Gadot kiss.
Weird thing to like.
I don't associate The Rock kissing.
Oh, that's fair.
Do you associate The Rock kissing people? Do you? Does anybody in this room?
He's got kids, but I don't see it.
No.
He's so big it like doesn't make sense. Like
I
when
don't
you
s-
look
I
at
don't
like
see
a
it.
Great Dane and a poodle, you're not like, and he's
Yeah.
like a Great Dane of a man.
Yeah.
I don't see him fucking because anyone else is
He
too
probably
small.
just takes it and puts it in and then
Yeah.
fucking gets the job done.
Toss.
I mean, it's probably a really healthy sperm.
Oh, I can't even. It's all cod.
Yeah.
It's like pure protein.
Cod is what it is, man.
Cock cod is
Cock
so
cod,
good
man.
for you. Good for those little pebbles.
That's our new shirt coming out this month.
Cock cod.
The Rock's face.
The Rock and his
Doing
pebbles.
his fucking eye.
That's what he does when he finishes. I do smell what The Rock is cooking. It smells like those trees in LA in
also
the spring.
says, what celebrity conversations or interviews had you the most and least nervous? Shout out to John for everything you do, man. Thank you. John, you're getting a thank you from Avery.
Thank you, Avery.
The one I was most nervous, man, there was one I had like a racing heartbeat for. It was when I met James Gunn. Yeah, when I interviewed James Gunn, because I only had a short amount of time. And
Junkets are rough.
I really, junkets are much more, I'm way more comfortable if it's a 30-minute sit down than it is like a 5-minute to 8-minute thing.
Neither of us have to worry about not having enough to say. We get like in our heads like, did I say the one good one?
Yeah. And even though, like, I certainly haven't loved everything that's come out of the James Gunn's world, but this at the time, Superman I was so impacted by that movie. Genuinely, I love the shit out of it. Stand by it, motherfuckers. I love the shit out of that movie. And that made me more nervous. If I hadn't seen Superman, I probably wouldn't have been as nervous. But because I was like, wow, I love this so much.
Yeah.
Then I was very nervous because of how much I loved it. And that makes me a sellout for some reason. What about you?
Who did I sell that about? I think Jake Gyllenhaal was up there because I've been a fan of his since I could like conceive of being a fan. Like he was one of my first that guy's awesome. Like Donnie Darko, I was so young and he was so like my hero. So I interviewed him in London. So I think it was the anticipation was like I can usually hang, but I had to like fly to London, watch the movie, sleep there, wake up, and all knowing like, okay, in 36 hours, I've got to be cool. Okay, in 12 hours, I've got to be cool. I think that added to it. And then he was the coolest. Like we vibed, and he's got his sense of humor is so dry, and he likes to look like intense.
Yeah.
So that made it really hard to be like, the first 10 minutes of the interview, I was like, he hates me. And then I realized between setups that like he was doing a thing, like he was doing a bit. And then we like joked between setups and talked about MMA and like physically were ribbing each other. And I was like, oh, this is part of your press. Like you're on when we're on because that's the job. And then that actually helped me with all my interviews because I realized like there's also a interview persona that they've done throughout the film that they're keeping to. So like that helped me with like with Ryan Gosling recently was like I was super self-conscious that he had sunglasses on because I connect with eyesight. And that made me like, but I was like, oh, we're sitting in the sun and like he's the cool guy that is doing this like press tour because he played such a nerdy guy in the character. So like that break with Jakey Jakes was such a like, this is Jake Gyllenhaal and this is like a dude. And that helped me like calm down all of it.
Fascinating. That's really fascinating. I'd be nervous as hell to meet Eminem. I might even pass that on that.
I was near him once and I definitely was like, it's the smartest man alive. Like he has like he's like a thing. Like he's not like a person to me. He's like an entity.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. Oh, Nat Brooks in the chat just reminded Batman and Robin. Did not like that. But sometimes
that was funny.
Sometimes when I'm by myself, it just pops it in my head. I don't ever see anyone meme this or quote it, but when Barbara says to Batman after she's Batgirl, and she just randomly says, "Bruce, it's me, Barbara." That's the funniest moment in the whole movie to me.
He brings it up all the time.
Bruce,
you'll just say it like it's a normal thing. Like you have like a vocal tick about one moment of a movie you don't like.
People will always fucking quote the fucking, the Bat card, never leave the K without it, all the fucking Mr. Freeze buttons. To me, the funniest line in that whole thing was, "Bruce, it's me, Barb." I'm like, he knows. He's been in the scene with you for a while.
I like that.
That's my favorite scene.
Oh, most nervous person ever. Do you know who Jonathan Tucker is?
Yeah.
I ran away from him at my own premiere once because I was so nervous to meet him, and I've never met him since. And it's like my biggest embarrassment is I was so scared to meet him. I left the circle that he was coming to that I was in, and that was like 15 years ago. And ever since, I've been like, I haven't met Jonathan Tucker, and I'm such a big fan.
You'll get that opportunity again one day, Corey.
One day.
Don't
So
you
that's
worry.
probably most nervous was physically running.
We're working on it. All right, let's get back on track here. David, Are any of you going to see The Invite with Olivia Wilde and Seth Rogen? Highly recommend if not on your radar. Consistently funny and packed a surprisingly emotional punch. Yes, I really do want to watch this. I'm a huge Seth Rogen fan. Olivia Wilde's first movie was awesome. I know that second movie she did, and then the whole storm around her, fucking Harry Styles or something, like got out of. I don't even remember what happened.
Then Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine.
Oh yeah, he deserved it. Because it made Chris Pine younger. So he looked so much better afterwards.
so
Wrinkles went away.
Yeah. The Harry Styles.
Now, the style of Harry. Now, this movie, though, they worked together on the third episode of the studio. I think it was the third episode of the studio. That was Olivia Wilde. And I'm happy that she's getting it. It was such a leap for her to go to Booksmart to that. If anything, I think her career might have been more solidified if she had done this movie second, because if your second movie that's big is a really panned one, that doesn't do well for your career, but you can usually get away like 1, 2, good,
I really liked Booksmart, like a lot.
Yeah, that was great.
And I liked the Harry Styles one, but didn't love it. And so I'm hoping this brings me back to. Plus, this kind of comedy, like Ed Norton doing a romantic dramedy is. I don't watch everyone's interview ever of anyone, but Ed Norton, every time he does a press tour, I'm like on that shit. Like he did Armchair Expert, and I cannot wait to listen to that today.
Isn't Penelope Cruz in this movie?
Yeah.
Wasn't she at one point in a relationship
with Edward Norton?
Ed Norton?
Yeah. Proud of him.
Javier Bardem, you are a confident soul.
Yes, he is.
He's like, go make a movie
with
your
that
ex
of yours.
and be his lover in that movie.
It's fine. But if you're Javier Bardem, of course you're confident.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
But yeah, I'm a huge Ed Norton guy, and I love Seth Rogen, so yes.
And Avery's back at it. Coy, have you read Jason Reynolds' Miles Morales?
I just looked it up. I have not. It is a novel. I usually don't read comic novels. Like, it's not a graphic novel. It's like a novelization. Because usually when I want to read a book, I am trying to not read comic stuff because I read a lot of comics. So I have not read it. Probably won't. I want to read more, like not comics. I don't have a lot of time, so I have not.
Fair enough. And movie rat Mike. Hey all, happy Friday. Do you have a piece of physical media that is your prized possession or means a lot to you? I have the Dark Knight trilogy I bought on 4K Blu-ray.
Nice.
And I love that set very much. And I feel like there's something. I'm weirdly more nostalgic about stuff that I haven't taken the best care of because I didn't think it would ever go out and I thought I could just replace it. But like when I first got super into the Chili Peppers when I was young, I still like have the covers that are like a little they're a little fucked up because I'm not good at taking care of stuff, but I still own them. I still have them. Franz Ferdinand albums too when I was really young with John in junior high. So I have those, even though they are not well taken care of. I still hold on to them out of pure nostalgia.
This is a long list. I'm only going to give you a few things, but I keep all my physical media. I have like my Matchbox 20 cassette from 4th grade. Comic wise, like I have so many comics that I thought I'd never own. I'm 18 issues away from every Spider-Man ever in print. So like some comics that I hunted for years, I now own, and there's so few left. So there's certain comics that I like to tie comics to memories. Like when the Jake Gyllenhaal interview, when I went to London, I bought my favorite cover of Mysterio after that. That was a little on my price range, but now I associate that cover with that trip and feeling like accomplished in my career. And likewise, I haven't bought any new Spider-Man comics like from the past since Spidey Cat passed away. I've only bought like my weekly pulls. I haven't bought any of my collection, right? Like I've been at 18 since he passed away because the next comic I want to buy to honor him is the death of Gwen Stacy because that was like the end of the Silver Age and it changed Spider-Man forever. And I feel like Spidey Cat passing away changed me forever. So I want to honor him with a really good edition of the death of Gwen Stacy because I want to like see that cover and think of Spidey. So there's certain things I associate like emotionality to. But I think like physical media, like a movie or something, I briefly toured with Chuck Palahniuk for a book tour through like 4 different stops, and he signed a bunch of my different editions of Fight Club, and I have a special edition of Fight Club that is scrawled I Am Coy's DVD, Chuck Palahniuk, that he like picked up like without me asking and like just signed it for me, and that means a lot to me.
Coy, are we sure he was in a relationship with Penelope Cruz?
I thought so.
Or
Did you just
was it
Mandela
Salma
effect
Hayek?
me? Oh, are we racist?
No. They are the exact same person.
Okay, as long as we're not racist.
They are clones of each other.
I think it's Selma Hayek.
Really,
I think you're right. Now that you said her name, I'm like, fuck, it definitely was.
It definitely was Selma Hayek.
Well, here we are, pieces of shit.
They look very
Penelope
similar.
Cruz dated Tom Cruise, and I thought that'd be funny if she got married to him
That's
because
who
they'd have
she
the same
dated.
name.
Yes, that's right.
Because they were cruising together.
Yeah.
Couple of cruises. Because Ed Norton and Tom Cruise are so alike.
Well, if I was Javier Bardem, I'd be like, I don't know. She looks.
He clearly has a type,
alike.
Penelope,
Yeah.
and thus not this movie.
Anyway, Let's move on here. Derek Goshenua, RIP to the game industry. I bet GameStop will be out of business in the next decade, or it'll become an online-only store. Also, Koi, my girlfriend says your review of Supergirl made her cry happy tears.
Aw. You know, that was a really interesting review because I will reiterate, I thought the movie was okay, but there were certain things that I thought were more important than the movie. And as I said here, I'm more invested in the women of tomorrow than women of tomorrow because I want people to have heroes. So that review was really tricky because I didn't want to be a shill and say I loved it when I didn't, but I also wanted to really make sure people felt those moments that really impacted me. And I filmed it right out of the theater, like moments after I watched it. So I had a really hard time with that review because I usually have a very strong positive or strong negative. And this one was like, reviewing something you think is in the middle is actually way harder because it's like, how do I navigate feeling like it's good? And then find the positives that I really wanted to punch up. So thank you. It means a lot.
Daniel, see, light candles. That's my phrase. I do say that.
Light candles?
I don't think I ever say it on camera, but I say that like, what if you can light that? If you can light this one candle when I'm talking about people.
Oh, that's what you mean by that when you say it. You said it twice yesterday, and I was like,
yeah.
I thought you meant like it's a spark that starts a fire. I interpret it as like the spark.
I meant
you were meant an individual.
I meant like
one person.
If that like the candle being lit, like you got crap for your review, but look what it did for Derek's girlfriend for that review. By you being honest, like you're aware that hey, you work at DC, even though you are being critical, no matter what, people will still lump you into a category.
Yeah.
But your review still made her feel seen and heard, and she cried happy tears. You lit a candle.
That means a lot. Thank you.
That's what I mean by light a candle.
I did not understand
I don't mean
that.
start the revolution. Go ahead.
That's how I took it both times you said it. And I was like, one of those applied, but the other time you said it was kind of weird. Like one time it made perfect sense in my mind, and the other time I was like, all right.
No, man.
Light a candle.
Light the candles. If you can light one candle.
I've been feeling pretty revolutionary lately. So I'm just translating everything. And I'm like, the end of DVDs is the end of society, you guys.
Like the opening credits to the Mission Impossible movies?
Capitalism is causing us to go back to the guillotine era of France. Match. Do we kill them now or later?
Randy Francois. Rejects of Arkham Asylum.
Randy Francois.
Riddle me this. You can become successful without learning how to read. What's always coming, but yet never arrives? My sperm. Ethan T's Better Man reaction.
What's always coming and never arrives?
He's got A, Ethan T's Better Man reaction. B, tomorrow. C, the Human Centipede 2 to Ra's al Greg and Roxy.
D, all of the above.
All of the above.
I was going to say a shadow.
A, for sure. For sure, A. A, yeah.
But tomorrow never dies.
I'm telling you, the Human Centipede 2. Oh, my God. I did not like the Human Centipede. I really didn't like that. Yeah, that's one. Oh, dude. No. That one did well. That got good views, good engagement.
Didn't get blocked.
And I didn't get blocked.
Not doing 2.
And I'm still like, nope, not doing 2.
Cut to Greg scheduling Terrifier 7 for Terra. He's like, well, Terrifier 3.
I like the Terrifier movies.
Terra was terrified.
Terrified.
She was like, I came in once, and it was, I think, Terrifier 2. Terra was sitting in the lobby chair, just staring into the middle distance, and I was like, "You good?" She's like, "I just watched Terrifier 2."
My goal is to put her in a straitjacket and put her in a white room.
Yeah,
that's the goal. Just like really polarizing mental asylum.
Just
kind
like Halloween's coming, guys.
But no, that Human Centipede. What was good about that? It was the dread was effective. Daniel Sessions. Thank you. Been loving the road to Doomsday, and I am also hoping for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.'s reactions. John's show, one of my favorite shows ever. There's no way we can squeeze that in this year. And Koi, the show does have a huge tone shift, 2/3 into season 1 and a bigger shift into season 2. There's John, you can correct me if I am wrong, but I heard that, because I brought it up in our Winter Soldier reaction, that they had to shift their show because they didn't know what the turn was in Winter Soldier, that S.H.I.E.L.D. is bad, and then they had to like completely do a show, like continue their show based off of those events.
Hydra like nukes the show for a sec.
Oh, John's flying in.
We're training Ray right now, so he doesn't have a mic, John, right now.
Yeah. Once the Hydra reveal comes around, it like nukes a bunch of stuff and makes things way more interesting.
And that's 2/3 way into season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say, yeah, I think so, if I'm remembering correctly.
Because I know season 2 had like Lady Sif.
Yeah, for a second.
Okay.
They do a little bit of borrowing, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, John, while you're here, anything you like more in Rob Zombie's Halloween more than the original? I like it more.
I mean, it's the version I love and respect John Carpenter's version. It's also the version Rob Zombie's the version I reach for, though. I mean, like, I like the way how do I say it? People hate all the origin stuff, but I actually kind of like the way he depicts this sort of like just corrupted force of nature. Like the Daryl Sabara kid could easily be Michael, but he's not, you know? And so like I love that combined with like the wistful, sad, like the sweet boy who exists in there, that pilot light that's about to be snuffed out. The whole like love hurts montage. Great. Love it. So like, yeah, give me that scuzzed up Illinois Rob Zombie vibe.
Yeah. Devil's Rejects still my favorite. Oh wait, House of 1,000 Corpses, then Devil's Rejects, then Halloween. But still, Rob Zombie's
You
great.
put House over Devils.
I do.
Wow.
I think it uses Sharon Zombie better.
That's fair. She was just Sherry Moon then.
Yeah.
Stanley Missy. So shocked modern male horror directors are aware of toxic masculinity and women's fears. Barbarian, companion, obsession, invisible man, and backrooms. That is true, huh?
I think empathy is a higher commodity because it's rarer now, and I think that like there is more of a spotlight on when people are able to feel for others. I think that is one of the net benefits of the shift in culture, that social media has kind of killed empathy, and we don't identify with others as much because we've made them faceless and we've removed humanity in so many ways. But I think because of that, there's an uptick in the importance of the people that are able to articulate it. I think I mean, I don't think I'd have a career if I wasn't raised by a teen mom. Like, I don't think if I was raised like so many people that are where I grew up, I couldn't do this. And if I was not raised by a dad who chose to adopt me at 18, and like, my dad is my stepdad technically, and he like is my dad, but he had empathy for like a teen mom and a kid. So I was raised with like two very empathetic people, and that's how I think I can talk about art. And I think you're seeing more directors be able to understand someone else's perspective from the lens of even identifying with a woman seeing toxic masculinity enough to articulate the language of it out. And I think that's going to get more and more necessary as we dehumanize each other. So I think filmmaking is going to be more important soon, and I think people's ability to understand each other is going to be needed.
Really quick, I think you're parked in, we share a studio here. I think you're parked in Multi-House's spot. Are you? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you move against, like, the walls that we normally move? There'll be no cutting. Even though John's here, he can't do it.
Nope. We gotta let that seat stay open.
That's the consequences of today.
Yeah,
John, I'm joking. Please get in the chair.
John just looked at me and Greg, and I was like, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Directions. Just keep it there.
You're on a screen. It's okay to leave you on. So I was like, okay.
I guess this is fun.
No, we have to keep it moving. All right, 137. No, we got it, Michael.
We got it.
We got him moving.
We're moving.
We got him.
Or you just come to say hi.
Okay. So J Bomber 44 is saying, "Hey guys, been a fan for 6+ years. I'm going to SDCC this year.
Dope.
Crazy hype. It's been a dream since I was a kid. My first time in USA. So excited." He says, "Going to LA for a week after SDCC. Any nerd places you suggest to visit near Burbank area while I'm there? Big love from you're coming all the way from England. My God." Coy is even though I'm from here, Coy would know better spots.
Nerd places in Burbank. You're actually coming to a very perfect nerd mecca. DC has made Burbank like this awesome hub. There's statues here, like making it feel like a comic book. There's a Batman statue right next to the AMC 16, which is the busiest movie theater in America. I highly recommend that as well if you want to see a movie. There is a Wonder Woman statue outside of Warner Brothers Studios. It's outside the gift shop, so you don't have to go in if you want to. There's some dope stuff in Warner Brothers, but Wonder Woman statue, and then there's a Green Lantern John Stewart statue over near Hangar 19, which is like a big shopping mall area near the airport, so that's why he's over there as a pilot. And then House of Secrets, which is my go-to comic store, as well as Golden Apple in Hollywood. So House of Secrets is Burbank, Golden Apple's in Hollywood. You'll also be near what are the Vasquez Rocks, which is where they shot a lot of Star Trek. The Hollywood Sign's not far from Burbank. And dude, San Diego Comic-Con is such a cool thing for your first time. I dreamed of it my whole childhood. I didn't go till I was like 23. It is a game changer, dude, especially coming from England. That'll be awesome. So I'll be there 4 days. If you see me, say hi.
Damn, son. That was really well done, Coy.
I love nerds finding out.
But we have to go in between.
Captain
Captain Wrecked. If they could, they'd send a permanent shutdown and an update to any legacy hardware that can connect still to. If I thought of it, they have.
Oh, they 100% know how to keep them sustainable. They don't want to. Like, because if you can't buy Tony Hawk on PS1 because it won't play in your PS6, but you can sell Tony Hawk Remastered, which is great and worth the upgrade, but then you have to buy it if you want it. Like, everything is planned obsolescence. Phones used to work for longer, and computers obviously need to get upgraded, but they shouldn't just die. Yeah, this is all intentional.
Evan Baker. Hey, dudes. Been loving the commentary on Road to Doomsday. Made me rethink a few on my list. Thor 1. And big love to Toy Story. Do you have any plans for rewatching The Bear or watching The Bear? Quickly becoming one of my favorites. Currently don't have plans right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, we don't have plans at the moment.
Through the year, we're kind of scheduled.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty busy.
Yeah,
and the things always have to shift and pivot.
Yeah, things will get announced. We're like, shit.
And then, so it's constantly a weird domino effect. So no, not at the moment, but appreciate you asking and appreciate you watching our Road to Doomsday.
We've been having fun with those.
It's a very enjoyable process. Very,
what
very
do we have
enjoyable.
next? Ant-Man?
Ant-Man. And then Phase 3 starts, right?
Yeah.
What's the first movie in Phase 3? I cannot tell you.
Civil War?
Is Civil War the start of Phase 3?
Because I think Ant-Man was right before Civil War. I think Ant-Man ends it like a denouement to Age of Ultron.
And then they just immediately go to Phase... I don't think that's right. That can't be right.
Is it? Ha-ha!
Is it really?
Kicking strong!
So Ant-Man was in like 2 back-to-back movies?
Yeah. That's why I think why they put him there. It's like, we got to introduce him before Civil War. Yeah, I remember Ant-Man being brand new in Civil War. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we're coming up on some heat, dude. It's been a fun journey.
Also, Jackie and Tara are reacting to the Spider-Man movies right now, as a heads up.
Ooh.
Little reminder.
When does that start? Airing?
Next week.
Cool.
Daniel Sessions. Have read that after seeing Toy Story 5, a lot of kids are putting away the iPads for toys, and I'm hoping it's not just a phase, but keeps. So it actually encourages that.
It is so good at saying the few positives. It acknowledges there are positives because of the connectivity and certain elements, but it is really interesting to watch an animated movie where they actually have parents on their phones because you realize it's a kid's POV and all you see is this shit. And like, I've been so aware of that for years, but I don't have kids yet. I really want my kids to understand that I'm not this. Like, I don't want that POV. And I don't think, I mean, we're in our 30s. Like, this has become an addiction. I don't think we've ever had a movie that really, like, showed from the kids' perspective.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to follow the habit of this thing. So it's a really cool use of iPad because it really just, it doesn't make it like, it doesn't demoralize. It just is like cautions.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a great movie.
I can't wait to watch it on digital and own it when it comes out on digital.
Yep, you'll own it until they
on
get rid
Prime
of it.
Video.
Yep, you'll own it. Sure will.
And then it'll be on Disney Plus. So then I'll own it on 2 spots.
You can see it, kinda.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it on 4K.
Why?
So I own it and actually own it. And so when I watch it, I appreciate its quality and not have it on as content because art isn't content.
It's just as good. Just as good.
Art isn't content.
Don't see a difference. Andre Abad. Coy is going to become a watchdog, everyone. Also love for Johnson, so didn't include him on the last chat.
What's a watchdog?
A watchdog?
Is that like there's a video game Watch Dogs, right? Or is Watchdog like a conspiracy nut?
Dude, I got you covered.
What's a watchdog, dog?
They are an individual organization or agency that monitors a group, company, or government to ensure they act legally, ethically, and in the public interests.
Hot take? No such thing as legal or ethical in 2026 America. I don't think you can do that because we've changed the laws so much to suit the rich that it doesn't fucking matter.
I'm here to combat your thing that you're saying about me.
No, I'm saying like I don't think watchdogs are effective because there's no such thing as law or ethics.
Huh? Oh, missed one? My bad.
I respect that you think I could do that, but I don't think they can function in modern society because laws don't really apply to rich people.
And it's been brought to my attention. Thank you, John. In honor of Nick's winning championship, Baharo3 says, most New York films by Spike Lee do the right thing, stereotype scene. He got game, Denzel, and 25th Hour, FU scene.
Dude, 25th Hour is so good. Speaking of Ed Norton. I've actually never seen Do the Right Thing.
Me neither.
We that was one we talked about when we were doing that tour leading up to Don't Be a Menace.
Yeah, we should watch that one.
I'd like to watch Do the Right Thing. That'd be fun. We have all that time. We should just fill it.
But I also want to watch Why Do I Get Married Too?
Is that the sequel to Why Did I Get Married? Okay. I didn't know if it was like Cradle to the Grave, which I thought was a sequel for like 5 years as a child.
Especially confusing because they would put 2 sometimes.
Right? I think it came out when I was like 9. I was like, where's Cradle to the Grave?
It was cool to do that.
It was cool.
There was a time where you could call a movie Too Fast,
Too Furious. God damn, it was cinema. I love that
There
era.
was a time where you could do that.
They're re-releasing Fast and Furious 1 for its 20th anniversary in theaters on August 25th.
They're releasing Passion of the Christ.
Again.
They're releasing
For
Akira.
what anniversary? He just keeps coming back.
Every day. It's
He is
Christ
back.
anniversary, I'll tell you.
Easter, I tell you what.
Ramos binges films. Did I say this one already? No, I didn't. For me, there's so much out there that I'm for streaming books and movies. But when I genuinely love something like 10 out of 10, I buy the 4K steelbooks and the paper comics immediately. 100% money well spent. Actually, yeah, I even bought it's interesting because they put Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max as an exclusive to drive subscriptions. But I bought the HBO. I bought the Blu-ray of it, the 4K, and I way prefer it. It's beautiful.
I mean, you cannot get the same quality. And I also like supporting the artist. They're gonna get pennies, if that, on 100 views.
True.
Whereas if you actually own it, you're helping it get made more.
Kenya King. I do remember this. Y'all remember when VHS DVDs had movie trailers?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I loved that because I like it now because you go back and you're like, that did come out around then.
Yeah.
like it's like a little time capsule. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially like the Disney ones and those great smelling little clamshells.
Ray, you're born 99.
Holy shit.
Did you have VHSs?
Yeah, I like the white cases and plastics.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
99. I remember 99.
When we were in Boston, I bought. We found it at a.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, Gone with the Wind. Like the VHS is for. That's my wife's favorite movie.
And it was on 2. It was the collector's set with 2 VHSs because that movie's so long.
Yeah, that was cool. Come to find out, she already owns it.
She has that edition?
She has.
She even has that one?
I gifted her that.
No.
Yeah.
It's a good gift.
Yeah.
You guys called it. Good gift.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
John Carter.
That's so. What are the chances? That's crazy.
I was like, oh yeah.
That's so good.
There's only one copy in the vintage store.
Now she's got 2.
Yeah, we could sell it for $100.
Nice.
Avery, everyone's favorite stoner comedies. Oh, undoubtedly, Pineapple Express. It was like, that's like miles ahead. Then I'd put Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I'm very cliche. Except for the fact I've never seen a Cheech and Chong movie, so I can't actually put that there.
Big Lebowski's mine.
Okay.
Which is, I guess, pretty cliche, but not quite. Mallrats is a stoner comedy, I think. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is like a psychedelic comedy. I don't know if that counts as stoner.
Drug comedy.
But yeah, Fear and Loathing. If we're doing any drug comedy, Fear and Loathing's my number 1.
Yeah.
I saw that,
More
Dazed
than
and Confused and
Trainspotting.
Half Baked at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in a sleepover. They played all 3 back to back. It was fucking awesome.
Nice.
I was totally sober. It was amazing. Trainspotting's up there. But I can't just throw that on. I can watch Fear and Loathing like on a Thursday. Trainspotting, I gotta like fucking fortify. It's like Requiem.
So at a family dinner recently, my mom's had a bad leg because she's had a birthday and she got his retirement. And she was asking if there's any, I don't know, she'll be happy with me telling.
I was like, where's this going?
It was just so awkward because it's like the whole family. And she's like, do they have stuff for like marijuana that has like something for pain? And I'm like, yeah, you could probably get something. And then I asked the waiter at this restaurant, like, is there a marijuana store that's good that's nearby? Because they're still like, her and my sister are still like, weed. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, they've lived years without it being legal.
Yeah, and I get the feeling. I still kind of feel that way. I just act like I'm not feeling that, but I'm like, I definitely am like, this is kind of wrong. But then I just took my whole family next door.
Yeah.
It's like a giant family shopping at this weed store.
awesome.
And it was like so awkward, but it was fun. I got her some shit.
That's fucking awesome.
I need to find out how she feels. I just sent her home. Take this. And,
Good luck.
Not gonna check in on you.
I'll check in a month. Hope it went well.
Still don't know.
Ask her tonight.
Baharo 3 back at it. Greg watched season 1 of Dark Netflix. I do want to watch that. What does that mean? You know YT? Not on YT? Is that what he's trying to say? If you deem it worthy, then rewatch or John. Important to help if he's lost. Y'all gain more on rewatch. That's a fair point. I appreciate someone actually encouraging to do that. That'd be actually a good feeling. Although I'm rewatching the Descendants movies right now because Descendants 5 is coming out. And that's top priority.
The George Clooney movie?
No, the Disney movies. There's Disney Channel originals. But there are 4 George Clooney
I was like,
Descendants
they made
movies.
more of that movie?
Alexander Payne.
Yeah, I was like, they kept going? Like Oceans? Just kept having weird times in Hawaii.
No. It's a story about a bunch of kids who are like the children of a lot of these famous Disney characters, like Maleficent's daughter
makes
and
way more
Mulan's
sense
daughter and stuff.
than Matt Lillard's
And
Oscar-winning turn.
It's surprisingly a great franchise.
Oh, shit.
I forgot how great these first three especially are.
Sentence 5.
Comics Explained in it. Nope. Got ahead of myself. JC Cleaver. I enjoyed Supergirl. Also, everyone wants to compare Gun DC to MCU, but they didn't compare Supergirl to Norton's Hulk, which I feel should be The Matrix.
I immediately did. I don't know if that. I don't know if people can understand what it was like in 2008 and 2026. Like, I don't know if they have that. Like, they can't put themselves back. So it was 18 years ago. But in 2008, it was still special to get a comic book movie. And Incredible Hulk was still like, ooh, what do we do after Iron Man was this height? And this was fine. And I think that's a much more realistic comp of like this universe is starting out. And there's also an awareness of it is 18 years later. There is a different expectation. So it's much more that 1-2 punch to me than anything else.
I saw a clip of a person who made a really fair point. They're like, I'm a big fan of DC, and I've really been loving the James Gunn world. I wish I knew who it was so I could shout them out because it was a really good clip. And they're bringing up a very fair point that like they'll watch everything that comes out from the DC universe because that's who they are. But the average person will only really care to check in if there was an awareness that it's building to a Justice League. And I think that's actually true because... yeah, it's like that's what makes people watch these other like, oh, I'm gonna watch Captain Marvel because I feel like I'm gonna miss out on a piece of information that's gonna be necessary for me to watch Avengers Endgame. You know, it's like and the audience is kind of programmed that way.
I think it's really dangerous for art.
I mean, yes, that's also
I hear you.
It's also a reality.
No, and
though.
I was saying that was a problem with the MCU, and that is by design.
Yeah.
And like I'm not I'm just acknowledging like it's really movies are about the 2 hours you spend in them.
Yeah.
And that's so scary to me that Marvel has changed everything so much that it's like people aren't watching things because like if a show gets canceled, people are like, oh, I'm not going to like, why not spend the time?
It's
like
unnecessary to watch
that's
it.
crazy.
Yeah, that's where we're at. And I however, that's also the reality to contend with.
No,
So
I don't disagree with
I do
that.
think there should be some type of like awareness to the audience. Like we're building to something, but there's nothing that's been laid out or teased that they are building to something.
Yeah.
Other than like we can assume they are.
I mean, like Superman led directly into Supergirl. Like it's pretty obvious.
No, but you know what I mean. Like
No, I know,
team
but,
up though.
but that's what I'm saying. Like everything shouldn't be a team up because then like the pieces
Totally.
don't matter.
Totally.
That's so scary. Yeah. Because if everything's an Avengers level event, nothing is.
Yeah.
Like that's not healthy.
As people who will watch everything that comes out, and as the kind of consumers we are, I'm 100% on the same page as you. It's more about like the masses and to get them. It's like if more people felt like, oh, Supergirl's going to be integral to the Justice League coming out, so I have to watch this anyway. It would probably get more. So that's why I think like Iron Man starting off with Avengers was smart.
Yeah.
Because people are like, well, I have to watch Hulk now.
Right.
You know, even if it wasn't huge or anywhere near as big as Iron Man, it requires like a necessity to watch this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Slippery slopes.
So here we go. Comics Explained says YouTube's AI sucks so bad.
Yeah, it has been stressful.
I love those trailers though. They're so good.
YouTube has AI trailers?
Oh my god, you haven't seen all the concept trailers for like Avengers Doomsday
No, I have.
and
taste,
the Batman
Greg.
too? You haven't seen all these?
No.
Let's pull them all up right now.
Integrity.
Can you get all the channel names so we can shout them out, Ray? I haven't seen any of them either.
They are the exact same people that celebrate failure of any art because they're out here like stealing art and making like action porn of their own little wet dreams. It's so embarrassing, dude.
What scares me is I know me, it'll be like heroin. Like, oh shit, I like this.
Yeah.
I'm so scared of watching one of these and I'm going, oh man, this trailer's actually so cool.
They all look, everything I've seen on like clips of them on Twitter or Instagram, they all look so sterile to me. Like the lighting makes me really uncomfortable. It reminds me of like a really bad portion of a mushroom or acid trip when there's like the lighting in your eyes, your pupils dilate and light looks different. And there's moments where like lighting feels too correct when you're tripping. And the AI visuals remind me of almost a bad drug experience. So whenever I see them, I have a little moment of like unreality that I don't like.
But if you put it in black and white after, it'll probably look real.
Maybe.
Let's try it out. It's time to get on board. I've never liked a AI fight scene that I've seen. I always think they look so bad.
Yeah, I've never seen any AI.
There's no like weight to it.
Yeah.
Like I'll see these mashups of like Superman and Homelander, or that famous one with like Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt, and it's just there's no, I don't know. There's a way. It's a fucking fight scene.
Yeah.
There has to be like an emotional intent. That's part of what makes the John Wick movies surprisingly effective. Is that's what I asked him about when you introduced me to him. Was like there's definitely an active performance happening while doing it. That's why
That's why Keanu's so specific. Like people try to do what he does, and he's a special thing. Like his specialness is why he's a movie star. You remove any human, obviously a fight is going to be like.
Yeah.
Like that's the nature of movie making, is the human element.
Yeah.
So I don't think
it's not just choreography and visuals. No, there's a performance to it that I think a lot of people take for granted of what makes a fight scene so effective.
Keanu Reeves walking is more exciting than most people.
That's why Jackie Chan's fight scenes were great, because there's a struggle. He's improvising. He's got the panic going on.
That's why we're so excited for Brand New Day, is because there's a fucking Spider-Man's in the suit.
Yeah, there's
there's a difference.
Exactly. There's a million %. And I don't feel like an AI fight scene I've seen has ever captured that. Yep. That episode of Lestat reminded me of Koi with Agatha. Roxy doesn't like incest.
Oh, well, that's fair.
I'm all for it.
Ah, fair.
I have my opinion, but to use Koi's term, should art be made for the audience or should it be made from the artist? Oh, what a good question. I really like that question a lot.
He's quoting me.
I shut up, Koi. Bad to
quote Koi.
Bad to decide.
CL is genius.
But I wasn't paying attention.
That's fair.
Bad to decide you like something preview. Wow, CL, I don't know how you came up with that, but I am mind blown.
Mushrooms,
right now.
dude. Drugs really help connect people.
That's so hard. When I write something, a lot of times when I'm writing, I will get caught up in that too, and that becomes my main struggle. Is like, wait a minute, am I writing what I think needs to be done? But there's no real rules, is there? Like, why am I writing what I feel like an audience would want versus like, what is the one for me? But if I write for me, isn't that what the audience would want? So that's where I get torn.
I gave you this opinion off air, but I think you make the thing that you would want most and then let someone else kill those darlings if needed. But if you get away with it, like art's what you can get away with, man. Like I think the way we're neutering art is why people are less apt to go to the theater. I think the more we kind of castrate creativity, the more it's going to feel like AI, and the more AI is going to be able to replicate bullshit. I think bold is better. Like I think the artist, again, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, should be able to make what they want if it doesn't encourage hurting someone. But there's also the responsibility of the viewer to decide if they want more of that. If that's something Roxy doesn't like, then like I don't like Game of Thrones never really intrigued me because I'm not big on like grape-based storylines. And so that was my decision as the viewer, but I wouldn't be like Game of Thrones shouldn't do that because that's like part of the story. Like that's the story they wanted to tell, but I chose not to indulge in that like fandom because I'm like, that is an element that I don't enjoy. So I think the artist should, within reason, do what they want first.
Yeah. I mean, Roxy loves the show. There was just this one episode where this whole blowback happened because of what she said, but I was like, no, it's the whole thing. I won't go into all of it, but it was fine. It's fine now. It's fine now. Everything's fine now. Don't need to resurrect any pain here. Video Club Random. As a movie channel too, I've never heard of these guys. I genuinely don't know who they are. Our Lasso group, the worst grifters on YouTube. # make better man happen. Wow, there's a real demand happening here.
It's dozens.
It's dozens.
I'd watch Better Man. If we want to put it on the schedule, I'll watch Better Man.
That's how we got Dexter to Interview with the Vampire.
Luckily, these are ones.
Our Lasso, I don't know who they are. I can't speak to that. And honestly, I'd be very uncomfortable to speak to that if I did know who they are too, but I don't know who they are. So I'm fortunate to not know who they are. Let me look
I'm
them
going
up.
to watch Jeremy John soon because he seems swell. That's my YouTube experience.
I have no idea who these people are. What the fuck? This sounds like a scam that like claims people. Oh, that's another. I didn't even go into. I know of a channel where they got like they woke up to more than 3 copyright strikes, and they weren't even like legit, but they dished them out to this channel, and they were going to get their channel shut down. They had to like raise hell in order to get these strikes removed. But they were like, they got the notice in 7 days because you can scam this shit. The copyright
Dude, that
system's fucked, dude.
sucks.
Copyright system's fucked. They weren't even like legit claims.
That's bullshit.
And then they managed to get it removed, but it's a scary
Scary,
situation
man.
to be in, man. Ethan T. Things sound very hard and stressful for you guys at the moment. Just remember to stop and take breaths when you need it and feel present. Remember, you are loved and appreciated. We will be here no matter what.
Aw, fucking Ethan T.
Oh, man.
What a sweetie.
Can I get access to your bank account?
I mean, he's giving you at least some access.
You know, Ray, ever since you started working here, I've noticed you don't really super chat as much.
Yeah, my wife doesn't stay.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
Is she in here?
That is so funny.
She was?
Yeah, the last one Brew had, that was there.
Oh, that's your wife? You just fucking don't say anything?
That is so good. Guys,
Backing up the whole time.
this is a family company. That's amazing.
I put money in your pocket to bring it back here.
It's called laundering. It's effective. Don't worry, they only take 40% of it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not a very effective laundering, I promise.
Ethan T. Thank you, Ethan T. That's really sweet of you. Hannah Lone last name. Hey, everyone. I'm grateful. I am forever grateful to me emotionally attached to physical media because I still have a working Wii and GameCube games. Yes. If you all could have a working physical gaming film system with your top 5 physical games, film, shows, what would it be and why? I want the original PlayStation with the original Metal Gear Solid that required like 3 discs to play the game, and they don't even have faces in that quality. It was like literally like
look at the drawing
It was like a
on the
horror
pamphlet.
movie, and they would just be talking. Like
I remember
fucking
that.
hours of cutscenes. It's just.
But it was groundbreaking.
It was great. It was cinema.
It was
man.
legitimately cinematic.
Everyone was like, "This is the first cinematic video game to
Yeah,
ever
dude.
exist."
I was in entertainment. No, not entertainment. What was the video game magazine? E3. No, shit. That was a video game. I was a Game Informer subscriber and the one that started with an E. And I remember like reading about.
Barely legal.
Yeah, that's got an E in it
Yeah.
at the end,
Yeah.
barely. And for legal. I remember reading about the cinematics in Metal Gear because I loved that game. I'm a Sega Genesis guy, but PlayStation's up there too. Like Twisted Metal Black on PS2, Twisted Metal 3 on PS1. Sonic on Genesis. I fucking love Vector Man.
Oh, nice.
Vector Man's a throwback. I loved the 7-Up game where you played as the little red dot and you threw little bubbles. Bubsy the cat. Looks like Spidey Cat. Yeah, I'm an old gamer guy. Any of those.
All right, good shit. I don't know about films and shows, but that's the only answer I have for games. But thank you, Hannah, the last name. Appreciate your support. I'm glad you were collecting. I remember, you know what I used to love? The Xbox Connect. I had all the Dance Centrals, not just dance. That was too much cardio. There wasn't enough choreography. Dance Central convinced you were actually a good dancer. Where Just Dance was like, it was a cardio class at the gym. Dance Central, where you were doing a lot of moves, and then when you graduated, you felt like you were the shit.
You're a Guitar Hero guy?
I was a rock band guy.
Oh.
Yeah, everything.
I see.
They had everything. So you had to play
I missed that in
multiple
college.
friends.
That was fun. You'd have friends over and just
Those were fun.
that was great because it was interactive. Like you were with your friends.
Rock Band and the Wii.
The amount of like we got, I mean, mostly the gaming stuff's been very positive. Like it's been very kind, but like the amount of people that are like, this is co-op. All games are co-op, and it's like, no, you're not. Like if you're with people, it feels different. And there was such an interesting like generational disconnect of people being like, playing with someone across the world is the same. It's like no, like
it's not.
playing with someone.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so different, and I don't think they do that kind of game anymore, like physical stiff.
Christian Unpronounceable. Hope everyone's staying cool and safe. Also, like the stream. Yes, please like the stream. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Teague, our final one. And then we got a couple Streamlabs and we're done. Teague, hi. Are you guys fans of Mad magazines?
Casual. I really love the recent one they did like 2 months ago. Chip Zdarsky, one of my favorite writers, oversaw a whole DC magazine because DC owns Mad Magazine. Oversaw like a whole DC universe Mad and it was hilarious. So casual fan.
All right, here we go. All right, final 2 here. Thank you. The Richards Art. Saw you in the chat earlier. Aloha, folks. I appreciate 1 hour photo, though I really dig Robin in the final cut. Oh, I have not seen the final cut. He was on that era. There was like Insomnia, 1 hour photo, the final cut, where he's just like, I'm going to play dark, fucked up psychological characters. Slightly futuristic take on creative memoriam via your actual memories.
I
No.
haven't seen that at all. I didn't know about it. I don't think I've heard of
Final
this.
cut?
Yeah,
I
this
remember,
is new
I
to me.
semi-remember the trailer of just him like walking intensely in the middle of the street. That's all I remember.
Robin Williams is definitely one of those I like miss. Like I occasionally think about Robin Williams and like realize what a loss that is to not have him.
Do you remember his dark era days when he
Yeah.
was doing like Insomnia and 1 Hour Photo? And
Yeah,
shit?
I remember Insomnia and 1 Hour Photo. I didn't know there was a third in that little dark trilogy.
I hope I'm thinking of the right one. Let me
His
see.
daughter is so funny on social media.
A lot of people, yeah, the Final Cut. I remember this, yeah. And there was also, I mean, he did like the drama. I mean, he had other
I love Death
dramas.
to Smoochie. That's my favorite Dark Robin.
Oh, was that like a Danny DeVito one?
Yeah.
He directed that
Yeah,
one, right?
and Ed Norton.
God, I don't remember.
It's about a
It's one of those movies where I remember who made it, but I don't think I've ever
it's a
seen it.
kids game show a la Barbie and like the dark side of kids programming and like drug deals and murder.
It definitely sounds like a coy movie.
It is. I liked it.
Alan Smithy, Ryan, we know your real name, my friend. You've been discovered. You've been outed. Thank you for a very generous Streamlab here. Loved the Obsession reaction. Well, there's a second one coming in a couple hours from now. Yes, there is. That's real. Bought my own One Wish Willow. I wish for a bigger dingus. How could this backfire? Now I have to carry on my anaconda-sized unit in a wagon. Got kicked off the log ride because my log was bigger than the log we were in. What are we talking about?
You got to see the movie. I completely understand that reference.
You do?
You'll see one day. In
I-
6 months, when you've healed from this
Once-
obsession trauma,
Yeah.
you'll be like, "What? Oh, that's what Alan Smith here was talking about."
Once Jack Universal apologizes to me directly,
Shakes your
of
hand
the
and says,
stress he's been putting me through.
Jack Universal, his
Yeah.
legal name.
I just wish Universal wasn't making the biggest movies of the year.
I hear the Odyssey's going to do well.
Yeah, maybe we won't cover it. God, can you imagine?
I mean,
We're on track. It's
I was going to say,
it's
like, at
what's
this
the
point,
fucking point?
why spend the time and
You're gonna
money?
keep blocking and striking us. Like, yeah, assholes. But to let other people who I like, who I will not mention, they're people I actually know and like.
This is Greg's Odyssey. Forgiveness.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't been able to contribute to, don't worry about it. Just please leave a like on the stream. Don't know for sure if we'll be back next week. This guy's got a crazy schedule. And with that, because of how shooting works and stacking has to work, sometimes other people's schedules become a little bit crazy too. Because we have to support and help each other to make sure craziness can be fulfilled. So we don't know for sure yet, but if we're back, we're back. If we're not, we'll try to be back the week after. Is that the week of Comic-Con though? So you probably would be back for that.
Comic-Con is in 3 weeks.
Let me do some math here. There we go.
Because it's the 3rd.
July. Okay, yeah. So that if we're not back July 10th, we should be back the 17th.
Because I'll be gone the 24th.
Yes.
Comic-Con.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, John. Thanks all of you for being here. We'll see you guys soon. Appreciate all the super chats and Streamlabs as well. Peace out, guys.
Thank you.
Double Dunkirk.
That was a perfect ending.
Double Dunkirk, Dunkin' Donuts, Dirty Dan, or was it Dave? Just double Dunkirk. It ain't done, 'cause it's time for double the Dunkirk. Never done more. Dunkirk.
Dunkirk twice.
How much Dunkirk
Double D.
could ever be enough?
D.
We're here to answer the very questions that have plagued history all throughout the ages.
Why didn't Dunkin' Donuts collab for Dunkirk? Half the title.
Yeah. Dunkirk. Double Dutch done.
Double Dunkirk. Dirty Dan. Double nuts.
Chris Nolan, too sophisticated.
You like the double Dutch bus? We're riding on the double Dunkirk bus now, baby.
That's right.
Where's my Shatner face?
Oh,
Where's my snare?
16-bit Shatner.
16-bit. Shatman. He's here for double dunks.
Shat.
Look at that. 5-hour stream.
Fuck.
Double Dunkirk.
Double done.
We're double.
Let's do this show backwards.
We're doing it.
Go back. Run it back.
All right, I'm gonna sleep.
Yes.
Double Dunkirk every day. It's double Dunkirk. 3 times the fun Kirk. 16-bit Captain Kirk. Dunk a Chino. Al Pacino. Carla Gugino. Other Italian actors. We're doing stuff. Coy and Aaron are pointing and laughing at me, and I can't hear what they're saying. They're just doing stuff now. They're just doing stuff. That was a lot of sitting. But you know what it wasn't a lot of? Dunkirk! Double Dunkirk. Ooh! We're doing it doubles. Double the Dunkirk. 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 Double Dunkirk. 4 hours of double Dunkirk.